It's happening. Listen, before this episode starts, we just thought we'd make a little clip to let you know that anyone who doesn't know, we now have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/another one podcast. And there's like a few different tiers on there. And we can go and get where you can sign up to us. And it helps us make this podcast. Helps us pay for the podcast. Helps us make it better. Helps us improve and put more content out. We've got big plans for things we want to do. Haven't we? Since
yes, we have. We've got big plans. We have got big plans.
Yes, Rob. Yes.
No, we have got big plans, and without anyone signing to the Patreon, this will die.
Yeah.
This will go away eventually, because if we can't make it work financially, we can't keep doing it, can we?
No, we can't just keep throwing fucking...
No, and we've got Aftermill to buy, and that fucking costs
We've got kids to pay for. Yeah. Listen, I'll be honest, if I can't provide, I'll leave.
Yeah.
So...
And we already know.
You don't want to make an orphan.
We already know how it's going, don't we? So we needed to be giving us something back.
Yeah, please.
Because we're bleeding here.
My kids are begging. My kids begging.
So sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/another one podcast.
That's it. There's 3 different tiers, loads of different prices.
Pick one.
Help
sign
us.
up. You won't even notice it going out your bank. It's a couple of quid.
Less than a Tesco meal deal. Or, well, maybe more than a Tesco meal deal.
You'd buy a starving man a meal deal, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm starving. That's what we are. Look at me.
Look at him. Do you think that? Do you think this?
Help.
Another one.
Guard up at all times, protect yourself at all times, have a good clean pod. Hello everyone, welcome to Another One podcast, episode 116, with me, Simon Wozniak, co-host Rob Thomas.
What's happening?
With us is, to my left, we've got returning guest, Dave Alfie Ward.
Yep, boy.
Carlsberg
That's
export.
what that's the first thing that came up.
And to the right, we've got Mr. Rob Mulholland.
Hear me now.
The dead man himself.
That's much better, isn't it?
Yeah. I just thought I'd improve on it. Yeah.
Second time for you as well.
Fuck mate, I've been here about like loads. I've been like 5 or 6.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh no, I think it's 3 or 4.
You haven't done.
It feels like so many.
Do you not get a hat-trick ball if you do 3?
I've definitely done more than 3. I'm on like at least 4 or 5.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Anderson.
Anderson was the classic.
James Allen.
McGuinness.
Yeah, I've done one with James Allen. Who else?
All right, mate.
Fucking hell, Rob. Nice one.
Yeah, no, you're fucking welcome. I don't know why I keep coming back. I've had a 2-hour drive to get here because of traffic, and you are not worth it.
Yeah, it's not nice.
Like, you were barely worth the hour. I was already, like, cursing that I'd agreed to
At least one
it.
of the dead men are still willing to come and do it.
Yeah, Freddie just fully can't be asked.
Yeah, he's fully wrote us off now.
I have a challenge getting him into our studio, let alone here. So, like...
Really?
Well, he's just a lazy fat cunt, isn't he? He's just like, doesn't want to do anything. So,
Right.
Didn't he almost die recently?
he did, yeah. He got Legionnaire's disease.
Twice.
He had to live in a bubble.
It's a shame,
Legionnaires, and he found out his heart's 6 times too big or something.
No, I didn't know about that. I just know he lost a load of weight and now looks homeless.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
like,
it's because of the
I
Legionnaires.
mean, you say loads of weight. He doesn't look massively different.
No, but like,
he's
I
still a
does.
fat cunt.
No, he looks like a lot slimmer.
he put a picture up.
He looks like someone put a cage on his mouth when he hasn't been able to eat for a couple of months.
You know, he put a picture up
basically what
next
happened,
to what he looks like now and what he looked like 6 months ago. And he just looked homeless.
What he looks like now is because he lost it in really weird places. So he looks like, you know that episode of The Simpsons where Homer loses loads of weight and he's got bulldog clips holding his chin together? That's what he looks like, because he's like lost it off like weird bits. Like his neck is still fat, but he's got no arse. It's really weird. He's lost it in just such odd areas. He still looks fat. Like he's still a fat man. He's just less fat.
Bless him.
But yeah, like basically when they were poking around to check on the Legionnaires, they found he had an enlarged heart because he's an alky. It's like, you know, when they dug up that car park and they found the king. You know, that's basically what happened. Yeah, with his big fat heart.
He did that video with him, the horse. You know, when he had his top off. See for the dead.
Oh right. Oh,
He
do you know
didn't look that horrific.
Do you want to know the story of that video, by the way? It's fucking amazing. It's the most angry Freddie's ever got at me. Like,
Right.
So, basically what happened was we paid like 1,500 quid to fly a banner over the Grand National with a banner that said cheaphorsemeat.com. And we flew it over the Grand National. Now, neither of us were at the Grand National, so we never actually saw it with our own eyes.
I saw it.
Also, Freddie types in the website slightly wrong. He put a www on it when there shouldn't have been one, and there was a weird thing with how the website was hosted, so it didn't work for the first 20 minutes the banner was flying over there. So he's freaking out about this, right? But that video with the horses, so like I had convinced him to get us to film some stuff where we went into a field in the middle of the countryside. We all got our shirts off, all all three, me, Tom, and him, put horse masks on and danced around to be like a video that people would find when they got to our website. And he's like, we don't need that, it's stupid. I was like, bullied him into it eventually, because I was like, I talked him down from I wanted to do it naked. He's like, no. And I was like, pants. He's like,
went
no.
in with naked.
Went in with naked.
I like it.
Going in too far, knowing I can eventually talk him down to topless, right? So I got him topless, right, in a field in his horse mask, and he's hating it. He only did it for like 15 seconds, so I got fuck all footage, but he's like, I've done it now. He was in a right sulk. But then, like, because the way the footage came out, me and Tom were sort of in front of each other a bit because we couldn't see. We got horse masks on. Right. And Freddie was out on his own. So I spotted an opportunity. And I just cut me and Tom off it. Right. And I made it so he was the only one on the video. He just didn't want to do it at all. He was so against the idea. He absolutely hates it. And he hates how always, when we get in trouble, it's always him, right? Because like everyone just assumes he's been the one who's
but he courts it though as well.
He does, but then he does always get all the blowback.
We're the story from Sunday. Which will tell you after you finish your one.
So like he then, when he's trying to check this website because he's freaking out that it's not working, he then realises it's just him, and he had the biggest spaz out he's ever had in his life at me. I just got a string of messages like, fucking get that down, you cunt. The thing was, I was at my mum's for dinner, so I was nowhere near my computer.
Take it down?
Nah. So I just left it.
Are you the reason that his heart is inflamed because the arteries are blocked, and he was so angry that it was trying to like pump blood?
He was just so.
For someone who's a fat joke, he takes himself so seriously.
He does sometimes, but like to be fair, like we did laugh about it afterwards. Like he's calmed down eventually, but it's the most angry he's ever got at me. He was furious. He rang me fucking screaming at me.
For dead men.
He was so stressed because we'd spent like it was the only advertising money we'd ever had. So we were like, fuck it, let's waste it. So he was dead stressed because like we're not making money like that. You know, it's not like we've got 1,500 quid lying about. We were like, it's funny to waste it, innit? So he was dead stressed, and we totally wasted it. It was a complete fuck up.
That's even better, though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, glorious failure, baby. Yeah.
We should
have a
do
word
that.
can be
we need
successful.
To do that.
Yeah,
we
scum
need to
like
invest
us.
$2,000 into nothing.
We first need to find $2,000.
No, even funny, just blow it of our own.
Take out loans.
Yeah. Seriously, lads, you know where I can get some cheap horse meat? I was looking on this website. It's just some fat cunt in a mask dancing. And I was genuinely interested in some cheap horse meat.
I didn't think he looked that fat on that video.
No, that's all right. Say the thing that really annoyed Freddie all the time is like, because I've like bullied him about being fat so much, people all the time when they meet him go, oh, you're not actually that fat.
Yeah.
And he gets annoyed because they never say you're not fat. They say you're not actually that fat, which implies he is fat.
Yeah.
But they just expect a fucking whale.
Yeah.
But then, I'll take that. I'll take that if somebody said that about me.
You're not that fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody said you're not as fat as like Rob Thomas or something like that, you know, it would be like, yeah, I'll take it. You know,
that's just a fact, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not fat.
I say that's just a fact.
That's just a fact. Yeah.
I like the way that
it's like you're not as handsome or as charming as Rob Thomas. Facts.
I like the way you use this, like the measuring stone of fatness. You know, like there's a place in London, in like a scientific place, where they've got like a gram. They've got one bit of metal that is the gram that we weigh all other grams off.
Right.
You're that, but for fat comedians.
That's fine. That's fine.
My missus really likes him as well, but she's like, I can't understand a fucking word he says.
Yeah. That's why she
can't
likes
understand
me.
a word you fucking say.
That's why she likes you, because I'm dead handsome, and she looks at me.
Dead handsome.
She goes, it's something. It's something. That's fine.
It's the wild self-belief. Women find it attractive.
It's rhythmic. It's poetic. Fine. Yeah.
And I'm there like, because I'm losing my hair quite quickly now, and I'm like, I need to get a transplant. I need to get to Turkey quick. And I said it in the hot water green room recently, and then he was like, nah, just fucking own it.
Yeah,
and then she was like, yeah, why can't you own it like Rob? And I was like, fuck off. Right?
I see it now.
No, you can't see it now. The cameras are rolling. When the cameras
a bit too long, I was gonna go for I was gonna get my head shaved today, but like
yours looks all right.
But it's all right.
Yours ain't that bad.
No, but it's just
clinging
that point.
on though.
Exactly. I was like, fuck that. I'm not gonna be one of those guys.
In 10 years, you'll look back and go, oh, why didn't I shave that then?
Yeah, but like, because I had one day where I was walking and I caught my reflection in a window and I saw through my hair here, and I was like, fuck that, it's gone, done. I'd prepared myself. Everyone in my family's bald as fuck.
Once you've gone, it's fine.
You know.
Yeah, well, my awakening was
once you scalp it, you're like,
I think I look better.
My agent sent me a video, an audition to do a Norwegian advert where I had to pretend to be a dog. And I was like, well,
what was it advertising?
Listen, I'm not going to do that, right?
Cheap dog food.
Yeah, it was advertising a loan company. and the dog was
So of
meant
course
to
you want a
represent
Norwegian dog for that.
It was the dog was meant to represent man's best friend.
Were you going to have a Norwegian accent in this?
Yes,
No,
how do you make yourself a Norwegian dog rather than just a dog?
Right, so it was
The dogs behave differently in Norway.
It was a loan company that I had to be in a suit as like a banker,
with
but
a dog's head
also
on.
but acting like a dog.
Right.
So I was the loan, but also your best. The loan is your best friend.
Right.
And what's man's best friend? The dog.
Debt.
Right.
Yeah.
Debt is man's best friend. You know that popular expression.
And I was like, my agent sent this through, and I was like, "There's no fucking way I'm gonna do that." And it was 14 grand. And I was like,
Where's my suit?
And I was like, and I swear to God, I'm rolling around the living room floor, eating nuts out of my girlfriend's hand, and doing. I had to do 3 things. I had to do a trick, so she had to be like, roll over, and I swear there is
an audition tape or something.
There is a tape of this somewhere. It's still on my. It's the self tape.
I know another way you can make 14 grand out of this video.
Oh, you did this as a self tape in the living room.
In the living room,
Oh, that's
I'm eating
bleak.
nuts out of my girlfriend's hand, and the worst thing about it is, I realised I'm boarding from a patch here, so like, I'm like eating this nut, like, out of my girlfriend's
Talk about
hand,
post-nut clarity.
and then I'm like post. And then I didn't even get the.
I just want to imagine the moment when the camera goes off. You know, that's the really big moment when you stop.
My girlfriend's pissed herself laughing because I'm rolling. She's like, roll
funny on
over,
this
boy. And I'm
as
like, and then I'm like, no, fuck this. I have a tantrum. I'm like, fuck this. I don't want that money. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
I wouldn't do that.
And
I
then,
don't think
for 40 grand, you definitely do it.
14, but it's only showed in
full
Norway
well
as
you do
well.
it.
I don't want to say how
I'm
little
not
I
doing
do
the
that
self
for.
tape. You either give me it or you don't. I'm not doing. I'll do it when you give me it now.
No, I think
seven
that's fair.
up front, 7 at the end. But I'm not sending an audition so you can laugh at me.
Yeah, I'm
in
not
the
doing
room.
it for free.
Yeah,
yeah,
And then
yeah.
you're not
yeah.
getting it.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
you can
it,
work
right?
out if you want me to be a good little boy.
Yeah.
Before I do this, you know. That's
How little do they value you to go? We don't think you quite got the chops to act like a dog.
we're gonna
you know what,
we're
then
gonna
I'm
need
done.
a sample.
I'm done. Go get Andy Serkis if you want.
Listen, I drink Carlsberg. What do you expect of me?
Yeah,
but,
true, yeah.
But what I was fucking rolling around the fucking carpet.
Did you like drag your ass
Wagging your
along
tail.
the floor?
I remember doing a roly-poly and eating nuts out of her hand. And I think, I had to play tug of war with a tea towel. I swear to God, my missus has got this footage as well. She wouldn't delete it. She's like, I'm keeping that.
I can't wait till the next
For
year.
our wedding. Next time you see her, you don't fucking ask for that, right? But
No, I would never do such a thing.
no, the worst thing is, right? I was like, it's only
worse to the story.
it's only going to Norway, and I'm like, and then I have a tantrum. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing it. And then
Look at the silly cockney man, yeah.
and then I send it off because I'm like, what's? And then I get penciled. So basically, I'm booked. So then I start to spend the 14 grand, and I don't even get it. And I'm like, well, it's only going to Norway. No, if it was going to UK telly, and my mates are going to see me fucking rolling around the floor, then it's not worth 14 grand. But only being shown in Norway. Blah, 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 blah.
I promise you,
No,
if
but
you
it's
embarrass
worth
yourself
the
on Norwegian TV, I'm fucking
It
finding
is
it.
worth the 14 grand, but it's not the audition, the self-tape. Isn't
No,
worth
that's
it.
free. Yeah.
But it's worth the 14.
It's doing that for free.
It's like if a hooker's got to wank you off for free first.
It's because when you've not got it, when you've not got it, then you've just been a dog for half an hour.
Do hookers do that?
Yeah.
Do they want you off for free first to see if you like it?
No.
They do a little taster.
No,
Well, like a dealer giving a bump.
Yeah, to get you hooked. That's not how coming works. Because like after one, you're like, cheers.
I'd even go 5 ton. 5 ton for the
5
audition.
ton. No, my
meaning
missus.
yourself.
What she didn't tell me is that she's Spanish. She's from an hour north of Alicante Airport in a place called Altea, which is an Alfaz, which is the biggest. It's not Benidorm. It's the biggest
shit then.
biggest settlement of Norwegians outside of Norway. She didn't tell me that, so I could have got the advert and just gone for a nice little break to see my in-laws, having a beer, and people are going, "It's a dog man!
It is Doggy Man!
It's Doggy Man!
Hey, the Doggy Man!
Do a roll for me, Doggy Man!"
All these pissed, sunburnt Norwegians just like, hey!
Having tappers, which looks like a dog bowl anyway.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, Jesus.
So you didn't get it?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
My missus has still got footage. She's like, "I'm going to play this out on our wedding." You know, I'm just having a good time at a wedding and never marry her.
We're never getting engaged. Delete that and I'll get a ring.
It's fucking grim. I only ever went to like 2 auditions. I hated it. I hate like I've got that comedian chip on my shoulder where I'm like, who the fuck are you to judge me? Who the fuck do you think you are sat at that fucking table, you cunt?
I had that with Nationwide, which you think why I never got it.
Yeah.
Like they were like, just do some jokes and we'll make it work for the ad. Yeah. And I was like, just tell me what the ad and I'll make it work for the ad. I'll do it. Like I'll save you a job. I'll make the jokes. I'm going
to be the advert writer.
Yeah, I'll make the jokes work for whatever you're selling. Yeah. And they were like, no, that's our job. And I was like, well, I'll save you the job. Just let me know what it is and I'll do it. And they're like, can you just tell some jokes about how things have changed in your life?
Bartleys, if you want some shit jokes for your shit adverts, fucking hit me up. I'll fucking hammer them out, whatever you want.
But they pay me to audition.
If you need a dog, I'll fucking do it. 14 grand. I'll be the Barclays
14,
dog.
which means you'll always go lower.
Yeah, 100%.
You never name your price because once you've named your price, you'll go lower.
This is it.
But I do a lot of auditions.
Now it's just negotiation.
I mean, a lot of auditions I do are actually good. Like, I just missed out on a role to Daddy Dyer in a Disney thing, but then every now and then I'll have like.
It's just like someone in the pub who had trials at Burnley.
In the car. No. He nearly misses his hand.
Nah, bruv.
Oh, is this big? I tell you.
I was third in line for Moana, lads. I was third in line for Moana.
Legally, you have to take that out.
I just missed out on the Peter Crouch podcast.
Listen,
I was going to be Peter Crouch. Unfortunately, I lost out on the role to Peter Crouch.
I would have had that Disney role if it wasn't for my knee injury. Yeah, I would have. It's that knee injury.
I just love birds and ale too much. I had the talent, I just lived too hard.
Got on the cocaine too early, and that was it. Just fucked me.
Fan birds, didn't I? That was like, because I did actually, obviously I boxed and I wasn't never good enough, but I was like, I tell people, I go, oh, why did you stop? I'm like, yeah, well, I did have an untimely knee injury, and then I found birds at the same time, didn't I? Like fucking fingering, didn't I?
How ginger your knee was fighting on gravel?
Listen, gravel is very good for the grip, so you would never dislocate your knee fighting on it. For those who need gravel advice, come from me. It's good for you.
Terrible.
Look, I would never seek to speak to this man about gravel. This is a man who knows.
Yeah. It's in his blood.
Yeah.
I always carry a back pocket full of gravel in case it kicks off. Listen, because it's
you have to wear special trainings for gravel. You know, they're in boxing ring. You wear boxing shoes, you can slide easier.
Yeah. So it's still toe cap boots.
Steel toe cap boots.
Yeah, still toe cap boots and gravel. You're never going to slip in your life, mate.
Really?
Yeah, honestly. Really? You think anything
none of them have ever got them on when they're fighting though on the videos?
What barefoot boxing fights are you watching?
No, steel toe cap. They're never in them.
I love them though. Those bare knuckle fights when they're like.
They're never in.
You'll have a geezer's eyeball hanging out. He's like.
Let them fight.
There's no shame. There's no shame in the boys. You're both good fighting men. Yeah. You're both done. You're good fighting men. There's no shame in the boys.
There's no one ever in steel toe cap boots doing them fights. I've watched 10 or 15.
Yeah, but they're never on gravel either.
He's been in them.
Yeah. My dad used to make me bare knuckle fight.
Who the fuck are you telling me?
Why on the YouTube ones do I see?
You're going to go down the curry house, tell them about the spice mix.
Yeah, but they don't. They're always in just.
Actually, the chicken tikka masala is a British curry.
They're all in normal.
Too much ginger in this madras for me, mate.
You're Mandela affected.
Get me up a video.
I don't want to get you up.
Get me up a video that's got them in steel toe caps. Not one.
I think there is some. I've definitely seen the odd Timberland there.
I just can't remember what they were wearing. I'm not really looking at the feet.
No. Always wearing a Slazenger vest, innit?
It does make sense to wear steel toe cap boots because those fights get fucking hairy.
I tell you what,
not having it, is he?
I know.
The respect I
Look
have.
at the arrogance of the white man. This is what this is.
I've just had to spend an hour in the car with this cunt. Who's had the worst?
I respect the way they don't hit each other on the ground and that.
Yeah, it's a gentleman's fight.
I know.
It's all about honour, isn't it?
It's the only rule that gypsies don't abide by.
Yeah.
Don't swat each other on the floor.
I swear.
Yeah, that's because they've set the rule. It's not being enforced upon them. They're going.
Yeah.
Honestly, Rob, Fat Rob.
Asics. There you go.
Columbo's cracked the case.
I've got one pair of Asics.
That is, I tell you what, that's a bit of
lights.
Adidas trainers.
This
All
scratch
trainers.
down me.
You don't want
I swear to
scrap.
God, what is that?
They're
I've
on
looked on
concrete,
two.
they're on gravel.
I've looked on 2.
They're on tarmac, they're on gravel.
Fine, let me get one.
It's got to be a gravel fight.
Something's been itching me, and then I realised, what the fuck is that?
Oh, God, that's...
Oh, I get them all the time.
What?
What, just random scratch?
Yeah.
This is a fucking a banshee or something.
Have you been hiding in bushes?
Listen, just to look at you. No, what was
It's a
it?
curse.
What I was
It's a
gonna,
gypsy curse.
but the thing is, because Tool Rob likes MMA and that.
Yeah.
See, but as a trap, my dad used to show me, because wrestling was big. Remember, I grew up 91. I was born, so like late 90s, early 2000s, when the Rock and wrestling.
I was dead into
fucking-
Attitude Era wrestling.
was massive, right?
Yeah.
I was
And
13. It was cool as shit.
I tried to get into it, but my dad, I watched it once in front of my dad and was like, Jazz, they're not hitting each other. That's not real blood, right? And then he
It is real blood, though.
he-
That's where he's wrong. He's got it the wrong bit.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
cut themselves for real.
Well,
they have little blades.
Okay,
I stand
Anyway.
by what I say. What? I've seen one that might have looked like a boot. but
got one
The only gravel one.
the majority were in trainers.
The only gravel one you
This is the
found was in
modern
a
age,
boot.
though.
No.
I reckon the steel toe cap boots are like black Umbros, right? And nowadays, everyone's in your fancy
been
shoes.
modified.
Yeah,
they are the Puma Kings. Of, they
Exactly.
are the real the fighter's fighter is in toe cap boots.
Okay.
Do you mean? But the fancy winger might be in some
Vapors,
fucking
night
Longsdale
vapors.
Yeah,
slip-ons.
exactly.
you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that country's flowing fakes and feints. Easy.
Lonsdale slip-ons, the height of sophistication. Yeah, of course. When you really want to show off.
Hey, they go for boxing.
Was it-
slip-ons.
but yeah, I can't watch MMA now because my dad with the wrestling, my dad literally got out a VHS tape of bare knuckle fighters. He's like, "This is your cousin, Paddy Jars Ward." They call him Jars because he's got a jar of still, right? And I swear to God, I just watched this man take punch after punch in the jaw and not go down. And then he was like, "That's real blood. You see, that's real
That's
fighting
your
men."
blood. That's your own blood, that son.
But
No one
also
talks
that-
about CTE in the gypsy community.
I know,
does
yeah.
It does explain a lot, doesn't it?
But what you're talking about is with the going down, when
Yeah.
a man went down, and my dad always taught me, like, even school fights, is like, when you put him down, you didn't jump on him.
My dad always taught me that, and then
No, you don't.
I remember turning 16 and thinking,
I can't watch
fuck
MMA.
that.
Yeah.
I don't like MMA because I'm like,
When
they
they're down,
don't
when they're
stop.
down, they get on,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they and I'm like, no, that's not, for me, that's not right.
My
They
dad
both
always
agree
taught.
to it, though. You know, like I'd agree if you did that in a boxing match, he's not on. But in MMA, everyone knows what's happening, innit?
It's mad the
You know?
shit that
Yeah, I
you know, I
suppose.
fella told you though and stuff. Like my dad told me that, so I never hit a lad when he was down.
Oh, my dad just fucked
And then-
off. So,
I remember my dad once told me, don't hit someone first. But once they hit you, you can swat them.
yeah.
I remember arguing with some lad, and they were like, "Why aren't you passing me?" Like, he hasn't hit me. And these lads were laughing at me, and then this lad hit me. So I was like, get in. That's a free pass.
Don't start
But I remember
it,
just being
finish it.
there, just being like, just like standing waiting to get punched, going like, "The fuck are you doing, you numb?" And then like you turn 16 and go, "Why the fuck did I ever let anyone hit me?"
Yeah.
As I just fucking knocked them out straight away.
Like that was one thing my dad did. Like he'd sort of drop in every now and again and
Right.
like, give me advice on fighting because he's a Royal Marine Commando.
Like a boy named-
I'm a pussy.
Like a boy named Sue.
Yeah.
Is he a big man like you? Big tall man?
He's an inch shorter than me, but he's a muscly dude.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You know, he's killed a lot of men. And but
And
like,
your hopes and dreams.
yeah, but like it did what like the story I always told about my granddad, like they got told about my granddad at his funeral was about my dad, and like I was getting bullied as a kid by this group of lads, and my granddad gave him the advice: right, tomorrow, find the smallest one in the group when he's on his own, kick fuck out of him.
smallest?
Day after, find the second smallest, kick fuck out of him. By day 3, the biggest one will come and ask you to stop. Like, apparently worked.
I suppose, like, I was always told find the leader.
Find the biggest one who's
Find
knocking
the
him out.
biggest
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
My granddad
Yeah.
was like, nah. Take them off from the bottom. Work your
Don't
way
risk,
up.
yeah.
Start sending a message slowly that you're going through them.
I'll pick you off smallest smallest first, one by one.
Yeah, proudest he ever was of me was
Don't
someone tried
take
to
no
nick
risks.
me bike and I fucking kicked him in the sternum and I got in loads of trouble at school and like my dad like showed up out of nowhere and like fucking
ones that your
took
dad's
me
been there
McDonald's.
for me,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was it. I wasn't seeing him for like 2 years, but he was in a fight and he actually won. Fucking hell, I never thought this would happen. Big Mac. Yeah, fucking Big Macs. No Happy Meal for you, lad. You can have an adult one.
Your
I
markets.
don't feel. You remember that verse from a Happy Meal to an adult meal?
No.
First time your parents. I
True
remember.
sophistication.
Look at me. Look at me. I was ever on a Happy
That's
Meal.
Southern thing.
Yeah.
I remember 6 nugget meal.
I remember.
My dad was like, get him a Big Mac and I'll buy the toy.
Yeah. I think Rob always was on that.
Yeah.
I think, like,
You can buy the toy for £1.
he went off the tit onto Big Macs, and
Straight onto milkshakes.
My dad was in and out of my life. Gave me 2 bits of advice. One was, if you're ever in a fight, use your head. And I was like, well, think your way out of it, Dad. He was like, no, just use your head in the middle of your head now and get the bridge of their nose. And then the other bit of advice was like,
solid advice.
As I hit puberty, he come to see me and he was like, if you're ever feeling horny and you want to get a prostitute, have a wank first and then see how you feel. And I was like, that's a great bit of advice.
Yeah,
That's a great bit of advice for nearly everything.
That is a great bit of advice.
Yeah, like I've pulled myself back from the precipice of a couple of bad decisions.
Yeah.
In such a manner.
Just have a wank and then.
Yeah.
I've had a wank and unsent messages.
Yeah.
Thank God that wank was quick.
I once had a wank and then just couldn't be asked getting 2 buses to go see a girl. I had a safety wank to try and make sure I wasn't gonna. You don't go into battle with a loaded gun, innit? But then I had
never
my
do a big
safety,
shop when you're hungry.
and I was like, that's 2 buses. So I was just like, nah.
Never do a big shop when you're hungry. Never go see a bear.
Surely you can just find that out yourself.
What?
The idea that you just have a wank and then you'll make a decision.
Yeah, but what about you make some bad decisions first? You don't know what point you're going to try it out.
Yeah, exactly. He's trying to say
Like some lads don't start washing the knob until some girl tells them it stinks.
Yeah.
There's lads who reach 20s and haven't cleaned the foreskin.
What?
Yeah. Jamie Hutchinson.
Can you repeat that? Because it sounds.
Well, he was saying, surely you find it out for yourself. And I was saying, there's some things in life people find at different times. Like I knew lads who didn't wash the knob till some bird told them it stunk, and then they had to go, wash your knob. We're pulling it back. And then like there's lads in the 20s who haven't pulled the foreskin back.
A comic told me once.
Just out of basic curiosity, you'd think they'd done it once.
Well, I'm cut. So I didn't know.
I'm sorry for your loss, mate.
Yeah, well, you know,
Is that a gypsy thing?
Means I don't come quickly. You know what I mean? I satisfy my.
Do travellers do that, or is it just a medical thing?
Mine kept on getting infected.
Lost
According
him.
to
right.
my mum.
It
Anyway,
wasn't a cultural thing. It was just a gross knob.
it was just It was just
had a dirty bell end.
Yeah.
A dirty, rotten.
I used to call
Where
it
was you putting it?
It was my burnt
Weeping.
sausage. Yeah. I was a child. I was like 3 years old when it got.
Yeah, and where was you putting it? To get
in anything, man. Clearly in Big Macs that you ate.
Just fucking your Mars to you.
No,
In the Hoover, just my mum was
Anyway.
infected again.
I got a comic told me when I was out doing an overseas show. You know when you're like on it overseas with a comic and you just kind of open up about your fucking. And he said like I didn't. No, because you don't leave Liverpool, do you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't open up to comics.
I was in like
Fat slags.
I was
yes.
actually in Oman in the Middle East with a comic, and we were getting on it.
Right.
And he told me I didn't realize until my early 20s that you could pull it back, and he had to go to the doctor because it
Build up.
and the build up, and then he said the doctor just ripped it back, and he was like, "This is what," and I was like, since then I've never. Why do you have foreskin if that can happen? Just get it cut off like the Americans cut it off. Like cut.
Yeah, no,
Cut your dick, man.
just pull it back and wash it though. You don't need to cut it off.
So he didn't
Some people
know.
can't get it tight, which is why you do need to.
Sure.
And he ripped the doctor.
I like having the protective layer. I like
Some
having
people
it.
they can't get it.
Yeah,
out,
but mine's fine. So like, I don't need to cut it off. You know, like I'd be very upset if I
I think
didn't.
I want to get mine cut off.
You want to get yours cut off?
butters,
now?
man.
Cosmetic
When I used to-
reasons.
Have you got an ugly
I'm
foreskin?
just bored of it.
Just fancy a change. Then get it split, like you know when those goths get their tongue done.
Just bored.
Yeah,
When
what
I
a
used to play
split
football with lads
foreskin.
and we'd shower afterwards and they had it's like that, innit? It's like fucking it's butters. It's like it's like
Oh, I'm sorry, my dick isn't attractive to you. What the fuck?
That's
Like,
what I get told by women. They say it's very attractive.
No, the general consensus is that women prefer cut.
Yeah.
Cut, yeah.
But then we're getting that from like TikTok, and I don't think any. I don't think anyone would
We
buy
love all the gubbins there with a woman, don't we?
I don't,
A little bit of texture.
they can get what they're given. You know, it's like
the more protruding, the better.
I have lovely genitals, and you're welcome to them.
Oh,
Should be fucking grateful.
love a bit of ball play.
Turning your nose up at my lovely hooded dick. Ungrateful bitch, who do you think you are?
You know what the funny thing is? Me and Rob both have really posh missuses, which we would never say anything like that to him.
Yeah. I would, but then she'd hit me a bit. And
both of us. Like, we were in a green room recently. Remember, we was in a green room. Was like, it's nice having a posh bird.
It's so sick.
It is so sick.
I've shagged my way up the class ladder. It's amazing.
100%.
His house doesn't even have wheels anymore. He's fucking killing it.
Oh, mate, I am killing it. You know, I live in York. You know,
mate, I live in like the poshest bit of Stockport. It's fucking amazing. I am middle class as fuck now. Fuck all, mate. My life is well middle class now. I drive a Volvo.
In tech, but then my missus found your missus on LinkedIn, and you was a bit unsure about
they work in the same industry. So there's a bit of overlap.
My missus was like, "Is this your missus?"
And I was like, "That's really weird. That's very creepy." Because she was like, "It's such a specific thing that they do that she's like, oh, there's like 3 women. It's one of them."
Are you two like friends?
I'd say so. Yeah, we're mates.
Oh yeah.
Well,
just
I'm very good friends with a battle rapper, which Rob is a fan of.
Like my favourite battle rapper, Tony D. Shout out Tony.
Since then.
So now I'm like, we could be mates.
He tries to be my friend. Before they were like, who's this fat compare?
But we've gigged together loads. We're like,
he wants to make Tony D. We want to make gypsy fights.
I would like to go for a beer, just me and Rob.
I don't drink, but you know. It's alright. I could have a little pop.
Rob gave us weed.
I bought him a wine glass last time.
That was very nice. I didn't get the same treatment this time, but that's fine.
No.
That was a one-time thing.
That's because Alan was here and we were trying to get the secrets out of him.
Oh, and it fucking worked. Drank so much, he got sad.
I'm gonna sneak off like you'd never know on there because I'm dying for a piss.
All right, fair enough.
You don't have to declare, you can just go.
I found out recently off Reddit, it's only British people who announce they're going for a piss. Like, apparently, like, no one else does that. Like, but in Britain, we all just go, I'm stuff for a piss. And we all go, oh, sound. And, like, everywhere else, they just go. Or they just go, I'll be back in a minute. And no one queries it.
I was going to say, I wonder is that because no one queries it? Whereas if you got up here.
And we go, where you going?
Where you go?
Yeah, because we're nosy cunts.
Yeah.
It's really funny, though, isn't it? Like, that's a really weird, I love, like, seeing outside that culture.
I need to know.
That's it. Like, I never thought about that at all, that we just go, every time, just like, by the way, in case you're wondering, piss is going to come out of my dick.
I need to.
And then you go, yeah, okay. And you just left.
He's got, but everywhere else
they
go.
They're going to go to the toilet.
No, but they just say, I'll be back in a minute. Or like, you know, something like politer or like whatever, but like some euphemism. Something like, but I don't know if they'd even say that. Like, but we're the only ones who were like, after a slash, you know. But I like that. That's
good. Rogan though, when they've been doing their push-ups, they've got them going for.
I don't think
they feel unprofessional, don't they?
You know, and like maybe like, you know, it's a general cultural thing. There'll all be people.
They're unprofessional.
Do you mean like when you just sat at your desk, you might just go, get up and go. You don't need to go. I'm going for piss or I'm going to the toilet. Just you might just drop it in.
I'll be honest about it. I'm basing this entirely off a Reddit thread I read at about 2 a.m. 3 days ago. So I'm stretched pretty thin on how deep my knowledge goes on this.
It's complete bollocks. We've just done a complete 180.
No, I agree with it, but like I haven't got anything to back it. Don't start fucking Googling it like it's boots.
You know what he's like? He's fucking has to know everything's got a million questions
to
it.
That fucking woman, innit? Like when you come on with a story and then like there's all the follow-up questions. They're like, I don't know any of this. How's your friend? He was fine. That's as much as I know.
Professionally.
Someone was telling us about the train yesterday, and he's like, right, so what way the seats facing? Yeah. Why does that matter?
Have you had your autism diagnosis?
No, I can't be asked with it.
No, we refuse to.
Too busy looking at train timetables and stuff, are you?
No, you don't need it.
Well, no, you don't. To be fair, I could do it now.
Yeah, you've got loads, haven't you?
I got
more than you, but I'm just a gangster.
You're just styling it out. Yeah. No eye contact, massive.
Yeah.
I do respect you, Oz, for just wanting to be an odd man. That's I fully respect that.
Odd bloke, bit of a twat. That's how you describe it. Bit of a dickhead, him.
It's just a good old-fashioned weirdo.
Yeah, some people are just cunts. Yeah. I'd love it if doctors were able to say that.
I'm a cunt now because I won't get diagnosed.
That's your choice.
That's what it's come to.
That's his choice.
So what is it?
Get the diagnosis. So why? Because you're a cunt otherwise.
I missed the. What's your tickle? Your autism tickle? Is it trains or buses or
trains? Asperger's, ADHD, and
trains. Because I like planes.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling us you're a plane dancer.
I fucking love planes. Yeah.
Oh, I live right near the airport. You can see them proper low over my house. I love it.
It's honestly
my little guy nephew's into planes as well. He loves them. Like, I used to take him plane spotting when he was a younger teenager. We got to the airport.
Why do we need the detail that he was gay?
I don't know. It's just different.
Because you'd ask otherwise.
No, it wouldn't. If you just
put some diversity on this fucking podcast.
If you want to fuck my nephew, you might be able to.
How old is he?
Not old enough yet.
No.
Yeah.
It's different in that world, though, isn't it? Culture-wise. I mean, legally. But
Yeah.
Culture-wise, it is different.
What culture?
He's not an ancient Greek.
Yeah, I do love planes though.
Yeah.
Like, they're fascinating. Like, you know, like it's weird. I had a meeting with Channel 4 today and about a documentary.
Clang.
No, but they were like,
We've all had meetings with Channel 4.
No.
He didn't say which country.
She specifically said,
we need a little dog.
"Hey, roll over,
Roll over, bitch.
No. But it was anyway. But she said to me, "What do you see this documentary like? What have you watched recently?" And the only documentaries I've watched recently are on Concorde.
Right.
Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. It was the golden age of aviation.
Listen, you don't understand how advanced that engine was, right? But
They're bringing a smaller one back, aren't they? Go to New York in an hour and
it's
30.
not quite ready yet, but NASA are testing it. Anyway, it's so fucked.
Imagine being able to go to New York in an hour 30.
Yeah, but I won't be able to. I won't be able to afford it.
Yeah,
like,
you
you know,
won't be
like
able
when
to.
Concorde existed, like, you know, I still didn't go.
How quick was it to get to New York?
Wasn't
London to New
Concorde
York?
6 hours or something?
No, 3 hours.
3 hours
was
London
it?
to New York.
Yeah, 3 hours. It's now 8 hours.
Is it 8 hours?
7. It depends on the
On the wind.
On the wind. Yeah.
That's all right. Just fucking get Football Manager on. You'll be there in no time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. No.
That's an advantage of the diagnosis. ADHD meds are sick for planes. I just bang one of them and just get fucking zoned in on Footy Manager. And
I
I'm
don't
there.
play footy, man. It's
Oh, mate.
You a big Footy Manager
Arduous,
fan?
Yeah.
It's good to know. We'll talk afterwards.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is, I had a
You had the
season.
time.
really, man.
I had a
Stand-up
He's
comedians,
got no
that's who has
kids,
the
isn't it? That's
time.
right, he's got no
Yeah,
kids. That's what it is.
I'm getting Leyton Orient promoted to the Premier League very soon. I mean, I'm in the playoffs. Anyway, but what I'm saying is, I was planes
Grow up.
and I had a semen test recently, right? And I had to.
Are you firing?
I am firing.
Are they all going the right way?
They're all going the right way.
I just want to see how they do the test. Like. That's good guess.
For those audio listeners, he dabbed his little finger and rubbed it in his gums.
No, fuck the audio listeners and the blind. You're not like, my material's not for you. Fuck off. There will be a visual element to some bits.
But I can't.
Imagine if they were doing that in the labs every night. Just have that.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah. It's not
That's
cut.
Usain
That's
Bolt,
not
you
cut.
know.
Yeah.
I'd have a taste of Usain
Yeah, I
Bolt.
would as well.
If it was there,
I'll have a
Just
little
to
dab.
say, do you
This
mean?
could be like, it's the fastest spunk on earth.
Yeah.
So, what were you getting it tested for?
About 10 years ago, I twisted my bollock.
Right.
So you're
It's
going to test
called
every 10 years.
torsion.
How'd you do that?
It can happen.
He's just putting his knob in weird places still. He's not
it was
grown
just-
out of it.
I didn't realise it was his spunk. I thought he was just trying to find out which man had spunked up his arse.
Listen, I know who spunks up my ass. Thank you very much.
Fair enough.
Kane Brown.
Did you bollock?
How did you twist your bollock? Did it just happen?
Yeah,
Trying to juggle
it can. You know, yeah, it can happen. In your early
the
20s,
thing I'm
late
really
teens, early
scared
20s, they can just, you know, like when you're making
Practicing
it.
that cup game like a gypsy. With his bollocks.
Nah.
Which one's it under?
It's more like when you're making a cup of tea with one of those tea bags on a string and the string gets caught in the teaspoon.
Right.
It's a bit like that. Do you
Right.
mean? It's
Oh,
like it's cool.
I've always had such a fucking fear of it. I'm like, I got myself really paranoid in the bath a couple of times, being like, "Are these the right way around?"
Because it can happen.
When they float vertically and you don't know which is left and which is right anymore, when you get lost, I'm like, which way do I push them back? Which way do they
You just
go?
end up doing that, don't you?
I'm just like, I just stand up and hope.
Yeah.
Gravity will do its job.
Oh, stop.
They were squat slowly.
Come on.
So go on. You had your bollocks
Anyway,
twisted.
yeah, and then so I woke up. I thought it's because I was teabagging this bird.
Right.
So I woke up the next morning in so much pain. I
Did
felt
she wake
like,
up tongue tied?
no, she couldn't speak. No, it was a lot of pain. So then I went to the hospital because I was in so
Right.
much pain, and they were like, "Yeah, you've twisted it. We need to operate right now to save it because it's cutting blood supply." Anyway, long story short, they did it. Cool, but they were like, "Because we've opened you up, you need to get a semen test to see we haven't killed off your semen." And I was like, I was in my early 20s. I was like, "Fuck that, I want to do that."
Yeah.
And then now I'm very happily settled down. She found the scar,
Right.
you know, and she was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "It's a scar from bowel scar." And she was like, yeah. And she said, "Well, did you get it tested?" I was like, "Nah." She's like, "Well, can you? Because, you know, we're in our 30s now. Let's." I'd like to know if we can have kids. And so I was like, yeah, fuck it. So I went to get it done.
Or jizz in a cup.
And I had to jizz in a cup in the hospital.
What porn do they give you? Do they give you anything? Oh, well, you got your phone now.
You got your
magazines.
phone. Well, originally the GP told me that he was like, because I was living at my mum's at the time.
I'd want the magazine just for the sake of it, though.
Just for the retro feel. I want the binder.
Just to feel
the laminated
binder.
Yeah,
you wanked over this.
Like a dirty binder, you slag.
When you go in a room.
That is the sluttiest binder. Oh, you dirty little filofax.
Yeah.
Talk about a fun fax.
When you go in the room, are you in a chair or is there a bed there or what?
Is it a nurse that keeps you the pot and everything?
Is your problem that you might have to stand up while you have a wank?
Well, first...
One, I don't like standing up when I have a wank. And two, I want to know how sophisticated it's got, whether they've gone chair like that or whether I imagine a dentist chair is the ideal wanking chair.
No.
So whether they've gone, you know what, let's put the ideal
stirrups.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
I think they should have a tray with a selection of fleshlights.
Just a bed.
Who needs saying that if you put the thing on the end of it?
Just a bed.
It's ideal.
Anyway, so there was a sexy.
I don't get flashlights.
No, it wasn't a sexy. So firstly, I go to the GP because you have to get the referral, and I'm back at my mum's because it's just after the pandemic, and she lives an hour from the hospital because she's in rural Norfolk. My mum, she's retired there, and the doctor was like, "Oh, you're an hour away from the hospital, so you're gonna have to actually do it publicly." Go to a public restroom. He's like, oh, there's a KFC around the corner. I'm like, I'm not going to wank at a KFC.
Hospital said that.
No, a GP. A GP was like, you're going to have a Tommy Tank in a public restroom. Did they use
the phrase Tommy Tank?
Tommy Tank, 100%.
Your doctor.
Posh. Dr. Farvin, if you're listening.
Your
just say wank, you weirdo.
Told you to have a Tommy Tank in a KFC bathroom.
In a KFC.
This feels like something you are lying to a court about.
Yeah. I swear to God.
Finger licking good, yeah.
And what's the protocol like?
Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Breast or, are you being genuine?
Bruv, I'm being genuine.
I'll be honest, I've seen some KFCs that get me hard, so.
Am I a breast or a leg man?
Do you like, keep the binder, have you got any buckets?
A Tommy Tank.
Give me a 12-piece in 2 minutes.
It turns out there was a room, so he didn't realise that there was a... So I go to the clinic.
So hold on.
Striking off.
He didn't know in the hospital there was a wanking room.
That's a crime.
He told me.
I don't know if it is a crime if you lock yourself in.
I think it is.
It a crime?
Wait,
yeah.
I just imagine the Colonel's ghost just standing there, just judging me.
I think that's interesting. I don't think it's a crime if you're locked in and no one can see you. Surely that's
This
private.
is a man that's had public wanks before.
No, yeah.
A disabled bug, maybe. But
yeah, that's what I mean. Not in a cubicle. That's an animal
did he
behaviour.
say have a Tommy Tank?
It's got to be
in the
totally
disabled
sealed.
He just said
It's got to be totally sealed. There's got to be no gap at the bottom.
Imagine the
if they can
embarrassment
see your
there.
feet, that's a crime.
Imagine the embarrassment when there's a wheelchair waiting to use the toilet.
So you have to get your sample. You have to get your sample there within 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I live
Or your
over
pizza's
that
free.
From...
Come on, let's get to the end of this.
I'm enjoying the gym.
I'm enjoying the jizz.
And he was like, so you gotta go, there's a KFC
Did you get any when you're in the KFC?
Anyway.
Did you order anything? That's a very key question.
That's what I mean.
You gotta buy
You can't use the toilet, you let you do.
What did you buy?
Chicken fillets.
I'd have gone in there and gone, what's your greasiest What's your greasiest
Get a drink.
chicken?
Just get a drink. I wouldn't get any
I
finger
just stuck
food.
them down my bra and wanked over myself.
I was going to take this chicken into the toilet briefly.
Can I have a warm toasted bun, please?
You don't
need to know why.
You're not the first to come in here and do this. Is that Dr. Farthing been at it again?
I'll tell you what,
Just
Dr.
here.
Marvin has got to stop sending people in here for wanks.
There's a GoPro in the corner of the
prescription. Yeah, Dr. Farman said.
Sorry, that's the
How does he know as well? If he works an hour away from the hospital, how's he knows a KFC around the corner? Oh, 15 minutes away.
He's a fucking wrong.
Norwich was the nearest city, so he knows.
No, he's close to the doctor, the KFC.
No, it's not close to the
So he's
hospital.
drove over to
No, so the hospital is the clinic.
The so
Anyway.
he knows he's sending people there. He's found where the nearest toilet is, isn't it? He's just got here.
Just out of courtesy.
Yeah. Right, come on. So
Anyway, I get there, and there is actually a room, which is weird because you it's a lab in the hospital.
Right, so
you knock on the window.
you hadn't wanked when you got there.
No, you're not allowed to wank for 2 days before.
Got to build it up, innit?
You got to build
So
it up.
They want a meaty
was the
load.
doctor
edge yourself.
was the doctor telling you to go there, get your thing, and then leave again?
Well, he didn't realise. He said that I had to.
He was edging you by sending you to
he
KFC.
thought they would send me a pot. I would have to.
Right,
But
right.
but then I explained that the clinic called me up.
And did you have to have the awkward conversation of where do I have a wank?
Yeah, and they said, we've got a room. Don't worry about that. So come in. So like 6 weeks later, I come in when they've got an appointment. And it's a little window, and I sit in a room, and then a woman, her job literally is to escort me from the waiting room to this room. I'm being escorted for a wank.
So
morning.
To be fair, though, I reckon
she's like, "You okay?" She's trying to make small talk with me as well. She's like, "You okay? How's your day been?" I was like, and I just called it out. Like, this is weird, right?
Was she fit?
Nah.
I reckon her job never existed until someone wanked in the wrong room. Like, just think, the way like they don't put speed cameras up until there's been 3 crashes. Yeah. Someone's wanked in the wrong room.
A really specific sign.
Yeah.
It's like no eting donuts next to the pool. Who fucked that up?
Yeah. Someone's wanked. Oh, that's.
So she escorts me to this room, and you go in there, and there is a sink. A chair with that roll of paper.
Yeah.
So how many people have wanked?
And the blue one.
A footstool.
Oh yes.
So a little footstool, and there's an incubator.
Get comfortable.
So all there is there's
this position. That's a
there's a
majestic
sink
wank.
to wash your hands because you have to wash your hands before, so no contamination.
Right.
It's not really my hands I was worried about.
Wash your hands, wash your knob.
You sit on the chair with the roll of paper with the footstool, and there's an incubator next to you that once you've taken your sample, you put it straight in the incubator.
An incubator?
Yeah.
You just start growing it?
Well, I don't know if that's the correct. It's a little microwave.
Right, yeah. So
a little cum microwave.
Right, okay.
But the worst thing is, on the wall there's pictures. It's a tiny little room, and there's 3 pictures. One on the left, one in the middle, one on the... And they're a picture of the red arrows, the aeroplanes. And she goes, she's made this joke to every person she's seen in that room. I hope you like planes. I've gone,
actually,
I fucking do.
I fucking love a plane.
I love planes. And she was like nervously laughing of how much I was like, look at that, look at those planes.
Already hard.
Yeah. I mean, have you come in your pants already?
I'll be back in 2 days. Sorry, love. I'd best get that photo down if I were you.
So you went in, and where did you decide to?
I sat on the chair with the stool. I
used the stool
into the pot. I put it in the incubator.
Did you just come into the pot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's the bit I'd be worried about. Like,
assuming when he was doing it, he went like that. I don't think.
Well, I'd probably be.
You see me when I was doing it?
No, I said assume when he was doing it.
No, that's too dangerous. I'd stand up and point down.
No, I've wanked into a pot before. You just fucking.
Yeah.
Or you switch these sides like quick and go.
Why have you wanked into a pot?
Medical.
Just like because when we were going to have kids,
isn't it?
What?
Just when we were going to have kids, let's have a test before we waste loads of time.
Yeah, just storing it up so he can fling loads up her in one go.
That's what I thought. Yeah. You know what's those horrible where they've got like a champagne cup of just 10 men's jizz. That's what I thought for a minute.
Well, better done, man.
Yeah. I might go and do that now. I know that's an option. I didn't know that. I obviously had a kid. I was just fucking had one. Where is that? The idea that you have to go and actually do it just.
Was you planning or was it?
No, I just you're firing down there. It's good volume.
My missus got this app where she takes her temperature every morning.
Oh, yeah.
And then it tells her if she's fertile or not, which I don't believe. But then she every now and then she's like, you can come in me. And I'm like, yes, I will. Believing that the app isn't a real thing.
I mean, you get 6 days. 2 days, it's probably not going to happen, but just try anyway. 2 days, I'm fertile. Fuck me. And then 2 days, it's probably again try. You can try anyway. Probably not going to happen. And the rest of it, you might as well not bother.
Shite.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Still give it a go, innit?
No.
Have you ever wanked into a pot?
I'm trying to think. I don't think I have.
Medically.
Well, I am. I'm planning.
To open them for you, David?
I'm planning on doing it soon because we're going to try and break some world records on bed. And like I come a lot.
Yeah, no, do you want to pull them apart for you?
Right.
And like the record is 8.5 millilitres. Which doesn't seem that much.
Sanchez, didn't they? Whoever had the smallest load had to drink it or something.
Right. Well, I'm not doing that.
Nah.
I'm just going to try and come more than anyone's ever come before. So I'm going to save it up for like a week or two, and I'm going to try and fucking break the world record. Yeah, I'm going to give it a go. But like, what I've been worried about is trying to find a pot where I can measure it accurately. Enough.
What are you trying to?
I'm going to try and come more than anyone's ever come before.
White. Right.
And who holds the record?
I don't know, we just googled it.
Jonah Falcon.
In one go?
Remember. Yeah, in one go, in one load.
You're going to be taking loads of zinc tablets and all that?
Yeah, I'll be getting on that. Obviously, on a few performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah, is that not a thing?
No, I think zinc's legal. It's not banned by the, Guinness.
Rather.
I don't know whoever it is.
The FDA.
Yeah, I don't know if this is that official a record as well. I just Googled it and it was that much, and I'm going to see how much I jizz. Because, like, eyeballing it, I think it's loads more.
Have you got to have a Guinness World Record person there when you
Nah,
jizz?
well, I don't know if Guinness recognised this record, but it's just the record I've found on the internet.
Right.
I'm sorry, I missed this for trying to open my cans. Are you trying to...
I'm going to try and come more than anyone's ever come before.
And what's the record?
In one load.
It was like 8.5 millilitres. It doesn't seem that much.
The average one is
My load
between
is pretty
0.5
big
and
for
5, isn't it? That's the average.
Yeah.
How does what?
The average, I think, is between 0.5 and 5 millilitres.
Right. Well, I'm way at the top end.
Right.
Like, it's like borderline freakish. I think I can really.
So you like it, yeah?
Yeah, but like it's obviously it's declining with age, so I need to get this in now.
1%
I'm
of
at the
this.
tail end of my big coming career.
1% of this is the average cheers.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is after I'm
that's
done with it.
500 mil.
Yeah.
That's
Makes you think, doesn't it?
There'd be fat.
It's a teaspoon, is it?
Yeah,
100
something like that.
ejaculates to fill that.
Yeah.
Not me.
Almost make you want to do it.
I'll do it in 3.
You reckon, yeah?
Nah, but like,
Why'd you
go?
You come loads, do you?
Yeah.
My first one comes out bang, like a fucking shot. There's
Yeah.
a few times that like when my ex-girlfriend, she was like, pull out.
Wholesome, boys. Wholesome. I'm trying to be wholesome on the podcast.
Anyway, I pulled out.
We'll talk about your load once and then.
And from vagina to eyeball, bang, twice this happened. And then she went. It was
How
when
old
I
was you?
When I was about
Vagina
20.
to
Yeah, in 20s.
Vagina to eyeball, bang.
I once came in my
Right there.
own eyes and
Yeah,
I
I
was
was gonna
6'7".
And
In 20, when I was 20s, I had to come and like fucking dodge, like.
Oh,
like, it's
100%.
head movement.
There
It's
was
the
a
amount of it. It was like I just had a girl's face once. I started feeling bad about halfway through it because I was like, well, she's already covered.
Bro, that is
I
a big
see
load.
you come now.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
Can,
Look,
after this pod, can we?
This
Can,
was in my
can we
late
just wank you
20s. I'm
off?
35 now. You know, I might be on the decline, which is why I want to get my measurements in
You wanna
now.
do it now, yeah,
because
for
like,
you.
obviously every year I'm losing velocity,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I'm also
Volume
losing
is-
volume. I can't. I
Do you
don't
reckon
know.
How far can you fire now?
Definitely less far than I was. Like my range is
Right.
definitely
You want
decreasing.
volume more
This is
so
it. I don't
than
care about
true
range. Like
velocity,
actually
yeah.
having less velocity will be good because otherwise you might get splashback and you'll
You
lose
and
some.
you and Freddie,
Elements of
you
control
and
with
Freddie
the
should do
volume.
some sort of race where you know,
I
like
think I'll
already
win
Freddie's
whatever I
not gonna
win.
bother.
but you know in Gladiators, where you used to get a head start based on how many competitions you won.
Yeah.
Like mounted jizz gets you a bit of a head start.
Right.
Projectile of jizz gets you a head start.
I don't need any head start against Freddie in any athletic competition.
I know.
Like, it's
I was
fine.
hoping
I'll
Freddie
give him
might
an hour.
win one.
Like in a fucking 100-meter dash, it's fine. He's not.
He's
He
the most,
wouldn't be asked to walk down it.
he's the most unsports.
That's it.
He's the most unathletic. When I find out, normally when I hear about fat people having medical conditions, you sometimes go, "Oh fuck, I need to get myself sorted." And when I hear Freddie having an enlarged heart, it's like, "Nah, I'm fine."
It's just his lifestyle.
I'm fully aware of how
I want to get
unfit
back
that
to
man
Freddie's
is.
heart, actually, because he won't come on the podcast to talk about himself, so you can talk on his
I'll be his representative.
But
That's fine.
also, you want to come loads, and then what were you saying about yours vagina to eye?
Well, it went because
He pulled out and
she
got
was
it on
like
the face.
looking up.
Yeah.
It went in her eyeball,
Yeah.
Mm.
and then she went downstairs to the bathroom. Because my old house, the bathroom was
Got her
downstairs. She was
again.
washing it out, and then my sister was walking past the bathroom, and she came out. She's like, "Oh my god, what's happened to your eye?" And she couldn't say, "Your brother's just jizzed in it." So she said, "Oh, I'm having some kind of reaction." And my sister went to the medical cupboard in the kitchen and got some antihistamines, and my ex-girlfriend had to sit there and take the
Meanwhile,
antihistamines.
you're just sat in bed. Just
Where we both know why her eye was inflamed, but she couldn't say to my sister, "It's because your brother's come in it."
Why did she
You
bang
know?
it straight down?
My ex's sister-in-law one morning when I was round there said to me, my ex, I'm going to pretend that's toothpaste on your face. Fucking great. Her dad once shook my hand like seconds after I finished fingering her as well. It was well bad. I like walked out of this room to
What?
go wash my hand.
That is
It's
disgusting.
And he was
not
like,
to be
"Good
sick.
morning," and I was like, "No."
Not to be sick, just how many times you've shaken hands with someone that's just fingered themselves or like
No, you
got
can't.
shit
You
on
Well,
them.
like, what am I meant to do? Like, whoa! I don't know. I just
This
panicked.
is an
I
awful
just woke-
podcast, by the way. Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
This
This is horrible. this.
Toxic, horrible male.
I think he's got dementia, though, so he probably doesn't.
This is the most toxic men, white, straight men podcast I've ever listened to.
Yeah, let's fucking
not
get.
Right, hang on.
You're not
Scouts-
white?
Scouts not white, mate.
But you know when
That's
SNL
amazing.
did
You should definitely lean into that show.
I do it all the time. Scouts. Anytime anyone gets grief, I'm Scouts not.
No, it's great. If you are a different ethnicity, finally, there's one that we all agree is fine to have a go at. It's fine. The heat's off the travellers, guys. Don't worry.
I'm gonna
There's
say,
a
am I
new
the
least
minority on
favourite
this? Or not?
ethnicity?
Who's the minority on this? Me or him? Scouse, not white.
Yeah.
But like, can I say Cockney or not white or?
You just can't.
Because when I'm in the hot water green room, like you lot will just rip into me for being Southern, and it's not very nice.
Yeah, being Southern is not nice. No, I feel for you. Yeah,
yeah. Even when, like recently, I was with Jamie Hutchinson, and I had a little bit of lemonade in the top of my pint. All the
I don't even drink.
He stopped drinking and respect him more than you.
Do you know what?
Exactly.
No.
So at least I didn't do that shit when I was drinking. I drank properly. I just did it too much.
The thing is, I was a bit pissed, and I was like, a little bit of lemonade would be fine because it was a shit pint. It was like Amstel or something.
You're drinking Carlsberg. Sober.
Export.
Warm. Why are you like,
I'm
this is shit pint? I'll make it shitter.
Anyway. I said to Jamie, do me a favour, don't tell anyone that I had a little
You're like a woman who has sweetener in her tea rather than sugar, as if that's going to be the difference in the diet.
But every Northern comic that I've kind of felt like I was made, built bridges with, added me and called me a cunt.
Yeah, it's cunt's trick.
Yes, yeah.
And called me a Southern.
You're going to put lime in it next.
And it was always Southern as well.
Drinking that lager and you're there cheating.
Yeah, exactly.
Scum.
Yeah, you got to learn.
Shut up, your weird accent.
We're struggling drinking that.
Yeah.
And you're there drinking all your shit lager with your top.
Piss. You don't even have an identity.
You might as well have a fucking woo-woo.
You've got a Polish name and you've got a weird accent.
Woo-woo.
Don't get like that now.
Woo-woo.
You enjoy your long, comfortable screw.
What did I want to talk about?
It's pathetic. It is pathetic. I love the way you brought that up. Like you get a sympathetic audience from us.
Have you had Guinness and Black?
Of course he has.
Oh,
of course he has.
Only when I was pregnant.
You're a traveller. You like the Irish travellers would that. What you've done to them?
Listen, it's not. Listen, Are you
Romany or Irish?
I am one of the rare Southern comedians that's been accepted by the Northern.
For now.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'll be honest, you're back on parole. I think we're going to have to tag you.
Fuck it, book another woman.
Yeah.
Take him off. Put another woman in.
Never going to happen.
There must be one.
What's the thing? You know when people have real jobs and they have that thing, what's it called when they get 6 months? What's that called?
Probation.
I've never had a real job, yeah. That's what I'm like with the Northern comics. I'm on probation.
You don't get a probation when you're tarmacking, do you?
No. I actually asked my dad once, I said, as a joke, I was like, Dad, how do you tarmac? And the fucker sat me down and was like, listen, you get a consistency right. It's like spreading bread and butter. I was just joking, Dad, as a joke.
Your man don't joke about tarmac.
Yeah. I was labouring for a plasterer, and we had a similar thing. He was there. You stare it right. It's like custard. You're like,
it's like custard.
What?
I love that. I love craftsmen who give a fuck.
I'm here on 50 quid a day, just fucking.
I've had some rat cunts in my house recently. I appreciate one who gives a shit.
Yeah, the missus paying for that, is she?
Yeah, she fucking is. Of course she fucking is. I do all the work, she does all the funding. There's a fucking. I'm adding value in my own way.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? I cook dinner. I'm such a little. You a house husband?
Nah, not like that. I'm definitely like project manager on fixing the house. And I'm proper like that. I'm dead Andy. That's how I'm like, yeah, we're doing now. We just moved in.
You're both on it.
Yeah, I am now.
What's that? You have a what?
It's not mostly mine. I'll put it like that. I have a share in the same way. You might buy shares in Apple.
Yeah.
You technically own a bit.
But you're not fucking Steve Jobs, are you?
No. I'm not head of the company. I'd put it like that.
That's about it.
Yeah. But I make myself useful. That's the thing.
My missus is in the office, and I'm like, "What time will you be home?" And I make sure dinner's ready.
Oh.
And then I go to my gig.
Can you cook?
Yeah, very well, actually.
Because
I'm a Southern softie.
We are. Do you have it ready for her as she walks in the door?
Yeah, pretty much. What's wrong with that?
I just don't agree with it.
I like a little.
But I'm a comic. But I then will go to work.
I know. I just don't agree with having. We were discussing it. He thinks there's not. He likes it when he walks in the door and there's tea on the table. And
I like a little.
Yeah, I want
a bit.
Let me get in.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not in yet.
Fucking
just want
too
a minute.
Much. Get over.
Yeah.
Get away.
Well, it depends on the day, but sometimes. But I will know. I'll have it prepared at least. I'll know what's for dinner. Like she won't come in and go, "What's for dinner?" and we decide. I've already decided.
Right.
But it might not
be ready. Do you do the big
ready.
shop as well then?
I do the shop as well, yeah.
just can't stand making any, and it takes forever.
I'm a good cook,
40
and
minutes waiting.
she owns a tech company, and I tell jokes on a Friday and a Saturday.
Yeah.
You know,
I
don't even do that well, lad.
I'm fully behind you, embracing.
I'm an entrepreneur.
Where you are.
You're an entrepreneur.
I am. I own a business. Go check me out on Company's House, bitch.
Yeah.
We own a business.
Talking Limited. It's legit. We pay tax probably.
We own a business. I would not allow.
1882
Company House
Productions.
are about to kick us out.
Yeah.
He said there's a letter last week. You can't have that address anymore.
I'm going to be
Change
Company's
it
homeless.
now. Yeah. There's a letter last week. Go and change your address. You're not allowed it anymore.
We rent a fucking room above an estate agent. We're proper legit. It's a business. We've got employees. Well, we've got freelancers we pay regularly.
Yeah. So do we.
Yeah.
I have a company
legit.
that's registered in my mum's house.
Do you?
Yeah, and she's like, what is 1882 Productions, and why do I keep getting letters for that?
What is 1882 Productions?
We registered to where we are now, and whoever's bought this has obviously Googled Company's houses that are registered here and gone, no, you can't have it.
He's booted off. He's genuinely not allowed to be registered here.
Not allowed to register here now. So now we need a PO box because we both refuse to have it linked to our homes.
I don't know. This podcast is so stressful.
What, this actual one?
How is this stressful?
Because
you do nothing.
I almost don't want it to make money because it'd be more.
Well, you're going the right way about it.
Yeah, inviting us on, you ain't making any money.
Fucking hell. No, making money makes it easier because you can hire people who know what they're doing.
So Freddie's fat art. I'm interested in that. So enlarged heart. So what is an enlarged heart?
We had heart failure, is the medical term for it, and his heart was literally bigger than it should be.
His heart was
failing. Swollen, it was literally
so it
bigger.
swells because it's working hard.
It's overworked and knackered and fucked. He's just fucked his heart up. Because it turns out that's what happens when for 35 years you do the exact opposite of every bit of health advice. It's he wasn't just standing.
That much, though,
he fucking did.
He was telling me he does 2 to 3 bottles of wine.
He was,
and he just drinks at home watching Love at First Sight, Married at First Sight. It's he's the most because he was trying to tell me on our pod, he was going but if I give up drinking, I'm just going to really miss when you go into a pub and you get the guest ale and you sit down by the fire. And I was like, you don't do that. Yeah. You tank 3 bottles of Echo Falls at home alone, shouting at Channel 4. There's nothing romantic or cool about what you're doing. You're just dying in the bleakest way I've ever heard.
When I did it,
he never does that, and he never enjoys shit. When he does go and do something, he'll be miserable the whole fucking time. This pub shit.
When I did his I did his Isle of Man show, and he took me to a pub that you paid £1 to go through a turnstile to get into, which was great. It's called Quids In. It was great. Yeah. But then I stayed there for 2 drinks, and I was like, I'm going home, Freddie, because this is shit, you know? Yeah. And it's like, no, this is great. It's like £2 for a fucking snake bite, and I'm like, no. This is grim. There's a man who tells me he's not allowed to go back to Essex because he knocked up a 16-year-old. Yeah. This is grim. And then I went back to the hotel. It was me, him, and Nick Page. And Nick Page is obviously sensible, very nice man, but sensible. And I went back, and then we went for breakfast.
He'll know how to drink. He'll know how to drink.
He's got that middle class sort of way about him. But he's not going to drink there.
He'll do 7 bottles of red wine.
Exactly. If you're having a dinner party, he will put it away.
Yeah. He's not doing it in that company. He knows the dangers of that company.
Yeah, but
and he's going, no, I'll go back to the hotel and have a bottle of red on my own.
When he found out that he had to pay £1 to go for a turnstile, he was like, I'm going back to the hotel, right? And then we went for
I stopped going to a club in Bootle when you had to get a metal detector to get in. I was like, right, I think it's too rough.
Well, I'm not going to fit through that. So.
me and Nick went for breakfast in the morning. Freddie turned up with a busted lip. He came in at 7 a.m. with a busted lip. And it was like, you need to change your light. And apparently he'd gone back to some house and he would, no. He had tried to find the bathroom at night and tripped over something.
He falls down things all the time because he's really fat and clumsy.
Yeah, so, it's because he's so unathletic.
Yeah, exactly. He's got no balance or anything.
Barmaids, that's what's happening there.
Yeah, he's tried to shag one of the 16-year-old barmaids or something. That's my 16-year-old barmaid.
Whoa, we're not Me Too in Freddie Quinn. I'm quite financially invested in him not being Me Too. Right? I will not have this be the plan.
That was a dangerous game.
I know, I've rolled the dice so hard on a bad bet.
Tool rob, that is also legal.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
16 is legal.
Yeah.
And in the Isle of Man, it's different cultures.
And on the
It's
Isle of
better than you'd
Man,
expect from Freddie, isn't it?
you're allowed to do what you want.
Yeah.
You are.
You really
At
are. It's
Isle
a
of
lawless
Man,
zone.
so many people were criminals.
I
They were
walked into a pub and literally the first word I heard was the N-word. It was insane. And there weren't any in. It was so wild. It was just like it was in an Irish accent and I was like...
It's the wildest place you ever... Have you been? You all been? We've all been.
It's just criminals and inbreds. Nothing but...
Criminals. It's people that have... Because it's not technically like UK laws.
Yeah.
There's no tax as well, so there's loads of like fucking...
So it was like
taxes.
people were like criminals that have got warrants in the mainland, but you can't call it the mainland because they get really upset with that.
Do they?
Yeah, apparently. The gig is good. And
the gigs are fun.
The gigs are fun, but
he was on 2 or 3. He says he's doing 2 or 3 bottles of wine a night.
Yeah, like a couple of bottles of wine, a fucking 4-pack or something like that.
Was he?
Yeah. Big lad put it away very easily. I've seen him drink a lot. Like, he was very proud of it, but I was like, he got wine that in.
I didn't think he would be doing it every night like that. I thought he'd probably be like once, twice a week.
No,
I thought that as well, but yeah, no, he was just fucking hammering it.
Told me every night, like.
Yeah. Like, I was like, Freddie, you know what?
I'm happier now.
Yeah, you know, I was like... You know, I was like,
feel safer.
I'm a recovering alky, and like I was like, "Woo, hello." Yeah. You know, like when I went like that when he told me how much he drank, I was like, "That should tell you something."
So, what age was he when he started doing that?
I have no idea.
Have all his other organs been looked at?
No,
he
reckons. Fucked. Don't start poking around in there. None of them are going to be good news, are they? There's not going to be one where they're like, "Oh, by the way, your lungs are fucking great." Yeah. They're all going to be fucked. It's like an old ruin. You know, he's absolutely fucked, and like I'm trying to milk him dry now when he dies or is imprisoned.
Because he stopped drinking now for a year.
He has. He stopped drinking. He hasn't drank for like a few months now. He's doing really well.
Miserable.
Yeah, but like I think also like
he's going to wait till his heart's normal and then go again. Or
that's his plan. But the thing with him is he can't admit like when it is good. He's definitely feeling a bit better for it and all this, and you can see it in it. But he can't admit anything like that. He's got to be like, no, fuck off. Shit.
I hate it. I genuinely hate it.
He's a bit like Cartman, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, massively.
Rob, I have hated every minute of this. Every minute of this I've hated.
Oh, it's miserable.
It's miserable. I don't know how anyone lives like this. It's shit. It's like, unlike the fucking glamorous rock and roll life you were leading before, where you would drive into Preston for a gig and then go home and drink 3 bottles of shit wine.
And then
what a life.
Instagram live was 7 different colours of paint behind you.
What a regular Liza Minnelli you were. Like you were like a young Elton John.
Yeah, no, that doesn't sound great doing that. No. I mean, I could do a bottle of wine and that a night. Yeah. But it was Echo Falls.
Oh, some shit like that.
That's the most shocking part of the story to me.
I was drinking like...
drinking Echo Falls, fucking...
I was averaging like near a bottle of whiskey a day for a good while.
Really?
Yeah. Like when I lived above a pub with comedians and then like I was just like fucking tan.
A day's good, fucking hell.
Yeah, so like...
I slowed down when I'd done a bottle of whiskey on a bottle of whiskey on a Tuesday and then woke up on a Wednesday, felt fine. I was like, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, it was just mixes with yours though, didn't you?
Yeah, I would have Coke. I'd have whiskey and Coke. That was like the
weird
thing. Yeah, the Coke was the stuff that like that was what Lemmy said. It wasn't the whiskey that fucked him up. It was the Coca-Cola. And like I think it was probably a bit the whiskey.
Yeah.
Like it was a bit the whiskey with me.
No, my auntie went to the doctors and thought she had like stomach cancer, and basically he was like, "What are you drinking? What are you drinking?" And she told him how much she was drinking. And he was like, "Yeah, you're drinking too much Diet Coke." And she was like, "Yeah, but I'm drinking vodka and Diet Coke." He's like, "Yeah, but the Diet Coke is what's eating your stomach lining. It's not the vodka, it's the Diet Coke. That's why you've got no stomach lining."
I limit myself to 1 fizzy drink a day now because I'm such a fucking addict. Like I was like when I like knocked the booze on the head, I was just like tanning pop all the time. So like I just have to like.
That's why I won't get into coffee. I can't have another vice because I just go all in on it and then I'll have a wanky coffee machine. It'll take over my life.
Mate, I've got such a sick
I'll have beans from a Virgin Brazilian bums.
I think it was like 600 quid, that coffee machine.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nice. See, exactly.
Have you got like a little grinder?
Yeah.
I'd love that.
I used to work at a coffee shop, so like
glass cups.
No, like, I use glass cups for like pouring it into like the cup if I'm like trying to like keep the crema. Anyway.
Oh yeah, but I get a little bit of lemonade in my fucking beer, and that's...
I don't have sauce. I like mugs and that, mate. Yeah, but I'll do like I'm trying to teach myself latte art at the moment. Because the coffee shop that I worked in, where we weren't allowed to do it, like we got told off if we did anything.
What about you're not allowed to do what?
Do latte art? You know, we do pictures in the top. So I'm trying to teach myself that off YouTube videos at the moment. Yeah, I'm such a fucking hipster wank. It's great.
So I took you 2.5 days to text me back.
Because I just don't give a shit.
You're just like doing latte art.
Yeah, I was just hanging out doing latte art. No, I had a very busy weekend actually. Sunday I had an 8-hour round trip with a double, so just like, my fucking.
Is that Longley?
Yeah, fucking dickhead. It was one of them. It's like, because it's Longley and I love him, and he's all like, we're having a little chat, and then he just slips it in. Oh, do you want a little? Do you fancy a double? Oh, I'd love a double. That's great. Doing a double's good. Then he's like, oh, it's like in Mordor. It's like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like, they were some thick cunts in that second one of them. It was dead fun, but they were thick as pig
Who
shit.
were you doing it with?
Jerry Kay was the one swapping.
Right.
Didn't see him at all.
No.
Adam Beersmore MC'd. He was dead good. And Will Duggan MC'd the first one. Dead good.
Yeah.
It was a good crew. You know, it was a nice night.
8 hours though.
It's too far. It was just because it was shit weather as well. It started
Teams,
snowing and shit. It was crap.
I'd never done that.
Yeah. It was just like, it wasn't meant to be that long, but it was. You know, it was one of them. Like fucking today.
Yeah.
You've done it now, haven't you? You never do that.
Yeah, I ain't got, like, you know, like, it'd have to be, I can't go back with the same stuff. And I'm not asked, yeah. It's not, I've done that now. Tick that one off.
Where are you this weekend?
I don't fucking know. I don't have a fucking clue where I am this weekend. I'll tell you what, I'm actually at the moment free on Saturday because I was being all high and mighty about Christmas this year. I was like, you know what, I'm going to treat myself all right this year. I'm going to like not just take shit gigs. I'm going to try and preserve myself a bit. I always hate Christmas. Try and be nicer on myself. Now my car needs a service. So if anyone's got anything Saturday,
this won't be out till January.
I'm fucking back. I'm back on the Facebook forum. Like,
it is horrible, isn't it? When you want to just relax and got not gig, then you realise, oh, actually, I do need. I
do have to work a job, and the one I do is bullshit.
Yeah.
Even when it's really hard and horrible, it's still way better than any job I've ever had.
There was so many cancellations last weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, last weekend was the forum was mad.
Yeah. If you didn't work last weekend, you are shit. People were desperate out there. Yeah.
I'm free that weekend just before Christmas because it's like so close to Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm free and I'm like, I'll pick something up, but
I just hate this time of year.
I mean, some people can just take
miserable.
December off, though. Some people.
That's what I want to be one of them, but I'm not. I got a days above my station.
Black Friday for comics is like the Friday before Christmas.
Yeah.
And that this year will be the 22nd. So that
I think I'm
people
gonna
will be fucking crazy.
I ran a game a couple of years ago.
21st is the last one.
Like on the Black Friday, I did comedians' death odds, and it was dead fun. I think I'm going to do it again this year. I think I'm going to modify it. So what I do is I find out where everyone is, right, and I write up odds of everyone dying, and it's like a fantasy game. You get like £1 to bet. You can bet it on different comedians, and whoever wins the most at the end of the night. Everyone self-reports how their gig went.
They were all done fine, I can tell you.
No. It was fucking hilarious because it's Black Friday. Everyone's like, no, mine is the most horrific. And it was amazing. We had an outsider winner last time. It was fucking class. All through the night, I was like giving out results on Facebook as well. Fun. So I think I'm going to do that again.
Yeah, do that again.
I think it'll be fun.
But like I said, like because of the way it falls, Christmas Day is on a Monday this year. Right. So like it's Friday the 22nd is so close to Christmas. Will it be a Black Friday or will people have been, will they have gone back
Black Friday.
It's
the start of it. It's the start. People are proper off work.
Because that's when the schools finish on the 20th.
Yeah.
So that means work finishes on the 22nd.
Yeah. Like there's
and
no
I'm currently
night
free
in that time.
and I will take anything that comes my way.
21st is my last gig, I think.
There's a few that I'm like, oh.
Well, again, okay, all right. I won't take anything.
Yeah. I'm not going to take. I'm depressed for what I'm going to end up taking. 2 years ago at Christmas, I ended up taking fucking cash to go stand in the corner of a restaurant while builders ate their dinner.
No.
Did 45 minutes of just like, you're gay.
14 grand.
No.
Yeah. So now rolling around as a dog doesn't seem so bad, does it?
No, it does.
I would go back to that fucking restaurant every night.
I'd stand in between two fruit machines and perform to fucking.
Those builders loved me by the end. It was all right.
Yeah.
Like, I just had to counter punch. All I did was just wait for someone to say something. And
jab and grab.
Bush.
Was
it was
that what
fine.
you were saying about that gig you took?
Cash in hand.
When you in Australia? Where you were closing in Australia for half an hour, but the Welsh woman who's heckling was saving you. It looked like she was ruining the night.
When I cut my teeth as a professional comedian in Australia because I'd only been doing 10 minutes in like the clubs here, like unpaid.
I just told them
I went to Australia. I was like, I'm playing all the clubs.
That's what
Australians are thick.
Callum Oakley done that. Callum Oakley went to New Zealand, Australia. Went, I'm Paul Smith's tour support, and they'd all heard of Paul. And they were like, played some massive venues, and then didn't go. The pity.
I just turned up and word got round.
Yeah. There's a big tall cunt and you should come and see him. Yeah. Look
how tall. He's too close. He's going to get cancer. He's too close to the sun.
But the first gig I did was a Thursday, and then the guy was like, yeah, come back on Saturday to his bigger room.
Yeah.
And I was playing we're talking 300 to 400 people.
Yeah.
And he was like, Dave, can you close? And he was like, do 25 to 30. And I had never done a 20. And I was like, because of my ego, I was like, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah.
And
How
there was a
much
Welsh
had you done
woman.
before? Had you done a 15?
I'd done a 15.
Was it a stretch for the 15 still?
15 was a stretch. So we're talking.
30,
I was 2 years. I was 2 years in. I'd never done longer than a 15 at a pro club.
Yeah.
And this Welsh woman was heckling throughout. Well, not heckling. You know those nice heckles where saving. Yeah. Pitching in, and it saved me because I had 15 minutes worth of material and had to
did
make
10 minutes
20.
of riffing off her.
Yes.
Every single
Well, but I would
time.
imagine that they go, oh, this is going badly because she's ruining it. It's like,
Yeah,
oh no,
it's also a
this is
gouge,
going badly
yeah.
because she's
the only good
me.
thing.
She's
Yeah,
saving
yeah,
me.
yeah.
She's making it look
'Cause
like
I
I
don't
can't
know-
do this job.
I
She's
don't
an
know
easy
what I
slam.
would say if she wasn't there.
Yeah. And you
She's
come off
saved
like,
it.
bloody hell. She really ruined me flow. I was about to get into a closer.
You should hear what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
And
Just couldn't get going then. Just couldn't get going.
as I got in the car with Wozniak, he was like, "Where the fuck have you come from, by the way? Because I've only heard of you, about you the last few years, and because I cut my teeth in Australia, and
How long was you in Australia for?
just over a year, and I was playing all the clubs there. So I started in obviously London.
I played Wollongong and Roularoo.
I started, I started playing the
Played
clubs,
every
and then I
koala
went to
comedy there
Australia.
was.
Then I did Asia and then South Africa, and it was mad. I've played some of the
So you
biggest
could say you've
comedy
travelled?
clubs in the world, and and because
Meetings with Channel 4, biggest clubs in
just
the
enjoyed
world.
that.
Fucking hell.
Still drinking Cosmo Expo?
Well, they love it in South Africa.
No, that's Carling Black Label.
Oh.
They love it in South Africa.
So Carling Black
don't know if
Label
it's
is the
called
best.
that.
You're going to call it after them. You're going to love it,
It's the
aren't
better
you?
version of Carling.
Right, okay.
It's very strong though, because I was on it and
Do you
I
ever have special brew? You do, don't you?
I'm a gypsy. What do you think?
It's called Parabrew nowadays.
Huh? What? Is it actually? No. Is it actually?
Yeah.
No.
You're winding me up.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Oh.
You
It's just a little Paralympics shout. Don't worry about it.
You
My
tall
own
cunt.
Why would you think it would be called
That's good, isn't it?
That's good.
That's really good because he's tall and he's a cunt.
Yeah, that's good. Tall cunt. I do like that.
Yeah, because he's like, how tall are
Something
you
about
again?
being able, if you just go for the obvious,
Yeah.
and there's no thought behind it, and it's just beautiful when you just do that to someone.
You
go,
spastic
Shocking that
cunt.
you
That is
like
what
that.
your act feels like.
Yeah, I was going to say. It is shocking that you'd like that. Just the obvious, no
I have,
subtlety.
that is-
I don't
Amazing
think
how little
about it.
thought he's put into this.
That's what I look at now.
Hey,
Because when people go,
Lulu
oh,
leggings.
this person's good, and I go, I don't really, and then I'll just see something happen. I go, that was funny. Something stupid.
What did you say to me that you go? Oh no, but my agent.
stuff
You said my
funny.
agent never really bothers me. Apart from they text me and said,
Yeah.
you can't say this, you can't say
Yeah.
that.
You're still
and I'm like,
shit.
and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, about what? And you're like, on my set. I'm like, I've never watched
Yeah.
your set. Like,
I'm a really
assuming-
nice
You
man
know
off
what he
stage.
said?
I've,
It
mate,
is funny.
Do you think I've got better things to do or what?
It's just a middle-aged man just having a breakdown on stage. About the
He's
things
not
that
middle aged
are
though, is he? He's
One
an
of the best
early
acts the
30s
UK's
man
ever produced.
having
When
a
he gets-
breakdown
when he
because
gets
he's got a
best
kid.
acts.
When he
One of
gets
the
arse
best acts.
cancer at 60 and
One
he's
of the-
dead, you'll go, he was middle-aged.
One of the
middle-aged,
best
right?
acts the UK's ever produced.
I will say that he was my
Ever.
when he gets arse cancer
Ever.
at 60 and dies. I will say he was my friend, and I will go to the funeral because it'll be a fucking laugh.
It won't.
Won't it?
It won't because he doesn't like. He won't want a public one. He'll want a private one that no one's allowed to go to. He'll say to his beard, "Don't you dare tell anyone I'm dead. don't tell anyone I'm dead. Don't cancel the gigs. I just want them to not know I'm gone."
But I always think
God.
like a comic's funeral or wedding has got to be fucking amazing. Isn't it?
I always say the comics. It's selfish for comics to go to a funeral. We should just have our own.
Yeah.
Don't be going to someone's funeral. We're not wanted there. We're all knobheads. The family don't want to be around us. We're all going to be there making jokes. Like when Freddie almost died, I was thinking that it's going to be that funeral's going to be horrific.
Mate, my speech.
Just have our own funeral.
Do a speech. I was hoping I'd get the eulogy.
Mate, just going to ruin it, innit? Because I wouldn't have not made.
I was going to make loads of jokes about not being able to pick up the coffin.
Exactly. Exactly.
You would take the coffin in and drop it halfway just for the laugh, innit?
Fucking hell.
Mate, I'd have blacked up and done the dance.
Yeah.
I'd have blacked up and done the dance with the coffin. Just.
I don't know. I kind of sometimes I think like obviously I have my mental health issues and I think of suicide a lot. I'm like, my funeral would be a laugh though. There'd be a lot of funny people.
No, that's the thing. I just don't
you
think
wouldn't be invited. But
don't think it's fair. Your beard didn't invite me to your funeral straight away.
Yeah, she'd
because she'd be wanting someone to.
Yeah, keep that wedding ring on.
Anyway, yeah, I think comics. And when a comic dies, we should do our own thing out of respect for the general public.
What kind of like freak do you think you are? Just be a normal person. It's fine. Just like
here's someone who's not on the air anymore. Fuck.
Boys, will you all come to my funeral?
No, not if it's in Essex. It's too far.
It's not going to be in Essex, is it? I'm not from fucking Essex.
I don't leave Liverpool for gigs. I'm not going to leave Liverpool for a funeral.
Yeah, can you meet me halfway? Like, can we do
Birmingham? Birmingham is the most comic funeral ever, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
You get buried in Birmingham and everyone can come.
Yeah, if it's an easy double, I'll come.
Yeah. Can I close just the tonic that night as well? You know?
Everyone straight at the Darryl.
So I've got a funeral. David
I'll
Alfie
be in the area.
Yeah, I'll be in.
I fucking love that.
Fuck, what's he got the glee? The fucking scab.
I fucking love that. I'll be in the area.
Any come with the glee's a scab.
Fuck off. Apply for the gig and shut up. Yeah, I'll be in the area that night. It'll work. Will it now?
I love it, like promoters have shown me emails from comedians where it's been like, I want to go visit my niece in your city so I can have a gig. It's like, why would they give a fuck about your fucking niece? Yeah. That's not a good reason to book you. Who gives a shit about you? Fucking get on the fucking train.
But I'm not going to do their gig unless I'm there.
They don't care.
You say that.
There's plenty of fucking comics. Wow. It's not like they're like, where will I find a comedian?
I do sometimes email.
Thousands of them now.
I see sometimes email go, listen, you got a rare chance of having Rob Thomas on your stage because I wouldn't travel this far.
Reinforced.
Rob, how far have you ever travelled for a gig?
Oh, I've travelled
back all the way out to Bootle. He once went to the Wirral, but he didn't like it.
He went to Cheltenham the other day.
Oh well, ooh la la.
Yeah, well that was because I thought it was Shrewsbury. I've travelled for gigs and stuff, but I tend to not regularly. Like I just, what's the point? Just loads in the Northwest.
Why get out of your bubble? Why speak to different people? Why go?
For what?
Experience
for the same money? I'm going to travel further for the same money.
It enriches you as a comedian. How about that? You know, so you're not just going fucking time.
If I get enriched as a comedian, there's nothing down for the rest of you.
Fucking red men. Fucking red men.
It works.
Whatever you say, I don't know.
People relate.
It works in your radius.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm well up for being a big fish in a small pond.
Yeah.
You fuck off like a little gully in the ocean who's asked.
Yeah.
I would be a cult concern.
You are not. You are that fucking. You are that ship that fucking blocked that canal.
Yeah.
That's what you are. You're not a big ship.
No open spots are coming through. I'm blocking that Suez Canal. I'll have the spot. Where are they? 5 minutes from the house. I'll have it. Yeah.
Danny Davis drowning.
You are the Suez Canal fucking ship. You know.
Every new actor in Liverpool's like, I'm fucking helicopter.
But I'm dead scouse too.
Hey, he's doing a big show, isn't he?
He is. Daddy's killing it.
Let's not discuss that.
Well, how many seats does that hold?
282.
282.
Is that all it is?
Yeah.
Well, quite big.
Come and say it.
What?
What?
Danny Davis is doing a
new comic in Liverpool's doing a big gig. He's got a big follow. Got a good podcast, big podcast, and now he's challenging himself to a big gig next September.
Fair play to that.
You could do that if you're Scouse, though, innit? You just go, hey, I'm Scouse, and people go, oh, great, I'll come.
It is great. I walk on stage, hot water, I go sapping, and people laugh, and I go, he's one of ours, isn't he? He's one of ours. And then they all just start laughing again. I go, this is a piece of piss.
I just use my wit and skill to win them over. They're like, oh, this guy's not from here. I'm like, don't worry. I know this could be startling for Scousers to see an outsider, but we'll be all right.
Do we ban them? Do we ban them?
They're like, no, I've come to say funny things for you. And they're like, but we say funny things. It's like, no, you say loud things. It's not quite the same. So look, if you just listen, we'll get through it. No, I fucking love Liverpool, obviously. It's just also very, very funny to shit on Scousers. It's just endlessly entertaining. You're a very funny people to mock.
I'm not enjoying this.
No, this is it. Look how twitchy. It's like,
I fucking know. He's banned. Ban him. Oh.
Like legit, like you earn the reputation as like being good ideas. It's true. Liverpool's sick.
That's a laugh. It's a good city. Yeah. So anyway, working class, good. Glasgow's good.
It is true. Like the North East's my favourite. I fucking love it. Yeah. Like basically anywhere in the North East, any of them shitty little towns that are just bleak as fuck, they are up for a laugh.
Anywhere scummy, yeah.
Yeah, they need it. Places where you need it. Where you need a laugh. That is all or nothing for them. They are all rightly on the verge of suicide. Correctly, they have assessed their life and gone, this is near canny worth it.
Oh, it's bleak. It's bleak. Yeah.
So they're like, they've already got 3 fucking twists in the rope, and every time you duff a punchline, another twist goes in.
Yeah, I think he's bringing back Kai. What was Kai's gig called?
Punch Drunk.
He's bringing it back.
Sick. I never got upset for that. I need to go do it.
Gig with him last week. Not last week, like 2 weekends ago. Yeah. And he was telling me about it. He's like, they're all rough as well. Tell me how rough they all are and how horrible it is and all that.
One of them actually. It was sick.
And how terribly rough and how scally's done and that. And I'm like, yeah. And then like he just talking about it. And then I go on stage, come off, and he goes, I'll get you in for Punch Drunk. They'll fucking love you. Yeah, you're one of them. And I'm like, cheers, Kai. You spent half an hour telling me how they're the scum of the earth. Every one of them is racist, sexist, and all that. You love them. They've all got heart of gold, but every one of them is misogynist or racist, or they're all fucking backwards. And then I go off stage and go, oh, they'd love you. They would love you.
When I get those speeches, I'm like, I'm about to fucking kill. Like when they're like, oh, they're rough here, they're thick as fuck, I'm like, let me out there.
I've told this before. Hartlepool, man. I watched them call Lily Phillips a slag for being pregnant. I watched them boo Faizan because he said his parents were immigrants. I watched them boo that. And the whole time watching it, I'm sitting there thinking, I am going to tear the fucking roof off this place. These are scum and they're going to fucking love me.
There's something about that, though, in there's scummy rooms that you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, when you grew up in poverty,
there's a limit. There is a limit.
Yeah, not you, because you're a Tory in a salmon jumper. But
hey, fuck off! I've been in the scummiest rooms out of all of you.
You know, but I understand. But when you come from, it's like Bane when you're like, you just adopted the darkness. We were fucking born in it. You know,
that's the worst thing though, because when they love you, you're like, oh, the people that are into me. Oh, no, what have I done?
I wouldn't know. All our fans are class.
Yeah.
They're all all winners.
Oh, every one of them.
Winners.
Every one of them.
They're all very hygienic,
squeaky clean hard drives,
physically fit.
Yeah.
I mean, hygienic was the first thing you went for.
Every one of them's hygienic with maggots on the bell end.
Yeah, really good dress sense and tattoos and piercings and
boundaries.
Yeah. They're all great eye contact, our lads. Say what? If you want some boys with social skills, get yourself down to a Dead Men show.
I tell you what,
you'll be finding
I want to come to this dead
real
meat.
Social butterflies.
Can I come to this dead meat?
We need to get you down for that. Like we're doing a festival in summer, and it's going to be full of scum.
Okay, please.
Come hang out. It's going to be amazing. Come hang out, definitely.
Don't be on. Just hang out. He says, "Well, on the podcast."
I'm inviting you on the fucking thing. Jesus Christ, you needy little bitch. Oh, can I be on? Yeah, fucking do a podcast.
No, it's fine. I don't want to.
Well, you don't want to?
I couldn't be asked.
Couldn't be asked going and sitting in front of an audience of podcast fans.
Yeah, but watching your fans be like, oh, have you seen this? Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Do you still do that with the old breaking legs and shit?
Yeah. We've got a dead good one of someone getting the knob cut off recently.
So I don't mind that. But
someone got gored by a bull. That was a really good one. The guts were all out.
It's bone breaks.
We've got some awesome ones of those.
I don't.
Oh, bone breaks don't bother me.
If I ever come on the pod,
don't show me bone breaks.
Don't want bone breaks.
That's all you're getting now.
Yeah, you really do not understand how this works. Because the thing is, we do it directly
I'm not
before you're allowed
on the pod. I'm too southern.
Yeah, you probably are.
We've had southerners, we won't do it again.
Only women.
But like we do it just before the bit where you're allowed to plug things. So if you want to plug anything, you've got to sit through the videos that we give you. Like now that we know that his leg breaks, that we've got some gnarly ones.
Honestly, I couldn't.
There's a really good one we got of this guy who's been in a car crash, right? And he walks across the road, and he's clearly just been balancing his ankle with each step because the last one it just goes whip, and it's just like mush. It's real bad. That one made me scream like a girl when I saw that.
Cave ones are the ones for me. Just like see people getting stuck in caves.
Oh, caving ones freak me out.
Oh my God.
Or like claustrophobic stuff.
I don't know because I'm a fat cunt and I think the idea they're not going to eat for weeks. It's what freaks me out.
Oh, it's not that they're caught in a small space. It's
because you know they're not going to get out.
Are you scared of starvation? That's the least of your fucking That explains a lot. He's so scared of starving. He's like, I can't risk it.
Tall Rob, I don't think it's starvation. I think it's that he doesn't have the local Chinese or speed dial.
Like
you know,
Deliveroo.
When I was at Hot Water recently and I went for I went to a chippy and he was like, "Oh, you're not from around here." I was like, "No," and he gave me salt and pepper chips or something.
Yeah, that's a staple. Yeah.
Yeah, salt and pepper chips is
Scousers like to.
They were nice.
Scousers like to think we invented salt and pepper. Like.
I was like,
I'm sorry to tell you, it is also in other chippies.
I know.
You get it everywhere in Manchester.
I'm aware, but like Scousers do seem to think.
Oh, it's totally like
we think we invented salt and pepper. Like Chinese.
There's a Chinese
like, you do get
Scouse guy telling me about it.
Like, in Liverpool. Like.
Well, it's the second biggest Chinese settlement in the country, isn't it?
Like there is I will say
the oldest one as
Liverpool's Chinatown, the food is loads better than Manchester's. Like Manchester's Chinatown, like loads of the restaurants are shit.
Yeah, but all the Indians in Manchester are so much better.
Yeah, like that is true. You get real
not Curry Mile though, because me and
there are good places in Russia, but there's loads of shit ones as well.
We were on a Sunday session, me and Hutchie, and we went to Curry Mile at like 2 a.m. on a Sunday, early Monday morning.
There's loads of terrible ones in Manchester because there's so many, but there's also amazing ones. You just got to know where to go in.
Like, which ones to hit.
And like, it took me fucking ages of trying shit ones before I found the good ones. But they are there and they're banging. But it's oversaturated, you know. It's like people just go because it's Curry Mile and loads of them.
Yeah. I got a thing about when I get really pissed, like I steal things because I'm a gypsy, I suppose. But like we went to Curry Mile, the cab dropped us off, and then there was a stall selling candy floss.
Not from a store.
And I just fucking stole it.
Common
animal.
I just stole it. And
corporations.
Me and Hutchie, we went to a curry house and then they didn't sell alcohol and we had to drink like Coke out of a straw.
Yeah, you got really off license, pay corkage for you.
And it wasn't good. Yeah,
it's normally a sign of a good curry house.
Just got some corner shop and then fucking live the life.
Nothing better than a chippy that still does cash now.
Yeah.
No.
My places that do no delivery, you know it's going to be banging. When they're like, no, you
no
fucking
delivery.
come here.
No delivery, still cash and dirty.
Fuck your apps. Waka Waka Noodles in Levenshulme only just got on the website and like they've been fighting it for ages and it's banging.
Do you remember we were talking about when we saw it, I've got a curry house in York, so if any of you ever gigging in York, come and cash curry house, No, there's a curry house at the end of my road.
Yeah.
But it's a cash only, bring your own.
Yeah.
And it's fucking banging.
Yeah.
You'll get a luxury meal, like a 3-course meal, and bring your own bottle of wine, but you're paying like £12.50.
Yeah, welcome to the fucking North, lad.
Do you mean? In London, a starter is £12.50. You know?
And there's
so if you're gigging in York, I know you won't be because you don't leave.
I have done York before, but
apparently York is
what an exotic comic. He
apparently
really gets
York
about.
is a shit because I'm not even. I live there. I don't know.
You're shitting on me for being so good that I don't need to travel.
So
further.
good that you don't.
So good that he doesn't.
Scouse attitude there has ever been.
It's not my fault.
English. I never need to leave the best city, which coincidentally is the one I'm in.
Yeah,
it's not my fault.
How lucky am I? Scouse not English. Do you say that?
Yeah,
of course he does.
Yeah, of course I do.
Of course you do. Yeah,
couldn't believe nothing more in my life.
But you don't mind Trent Alexander-Arnold playing for England, and
I don't like it. No,
you don't like it. Okay.
To be fair, if like Yorkshire was a team, I'd support Yorkshire over
100%. Fuck them.
I'd be like,
I'd rather Everton win a throw-in than England win a World Cup.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
What?
And you are not part of my.
Why would I want you cunts to be happy?
What?
You flag shagging bulldog tattooed cunts to
you
be
go
happy.
to Benidorm every year, you cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stupid cunt.
When I go to Benidorm, I leave me in England.
Oh, okay. So you separate
So
yourself.
you got a new
It's like cosplay. It's like cosplay.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you-
Bobby
You're having
Dawn
to
comes out.
cosplay as a fat man.
Bobby Dawn comes out, and there I am.
Yeah.
Imagine going as cosplay as a sumo wrestler.
Temporary bulldog tattoo, 2 World Wars, 1 World Cup.
Yeah, I'll be honest, for me, the
You're
fact
a
that it would
stupid
upset
cunt, Rob.
Scousers is only yet more reason to celebrate an England win.
Yeah.
Only adds a real cherry on top of that cake.
Well, if I was to partner with a massive 5-a-side company, and start a podcast, you wouldn't be part of it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You're going to get on this podcast now.
Oh no. Oh no.
But maybe I
wish I'd been banned from this podcast.
We're not
2
allowed to
hours
talk
it
about
took to get here.
Well done though for doing that.
Listen, he picked me up, so I'm on it. I'm on it.
Not dropping you off though.
You are dropping me off.
Yeah, no, I am.
We're going to the railway for a pint.
I'm not going in that fucking shit.
You are. He picked me up outside a pub in Kirby called the Railway.
Oh, don't go there.
And we're going for a pint in there. Yeah, we're going for a pint in there.
You think you're a gypsy? Wait till you go in there.
We're going for a pint in there.
Oh, I'm not.
1 pint.
Go with your brother.
I thought she lives in Melling. That's their posh.
So she lives in a you walk through Kirby because obviously Kirby's the train station.
Yeah.
Walk through the edge of Kirby. You go through an alleyway and into Melling. That's where she lives, like on the edge.
Oh yeah.
She works in a cafe.
She lives in the Black Hill, mate. It's fucking rough.
It's a Black Hill. I don't know.
It's a very rough part of Kirby.
But you have to get off. So when the first time I was like, I'll stay with you, and then I'll go and do the comedy club. And then I came at, she was like, don't go into the railway pub next to the station. I was like, fuck, I will. And I went in there with a roll beanie and a little fucking earring in that had a little feather. And people are smoking in there. Like it wasn't a lock in, they're smoking in there.
Nice. Well, I've had some "I'm gay" tattooed on your forehead.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with being gay. It's
No, there isn't. But I imagine in there they would not think the same.
yeah.
It's, it's
not 2020 thing on the railway,
I
mate.
swear to God,
I was saying
to
imagine the average drinker in this boozer.
You know, like in films and dramas where like everyone stops and the jukebox stops and everyone's staring. It was like that.
Yeah.
But luckily, my brother-in-law was in there and he was like, "No, he's with me. It's all right." And
the fact that he's had to say that. He's with me. I'm sorry he's one of them. But
no, but I don't give a shit.
It'll be all right.
2023. Keep it to himself.
I've told him he can use the girls' bogs, all right? We'll all be fine.
Do you think I'm scared of any man? There's no man on this planet I'm scared of.
That's fine.
I'm scared of Francis Ngannou. Like,
I'm not scared of...
No, I'm not scared of Ngannou.
You should be scared of Francis Ngannou. Like, that's stupid. Yeah, he'd kick the shit out of you.
The thing is,
I think that's a pretty
seems a
uncontroversial
nice man,
thing to say.
though.
Seems lovely.
Yeah.
But, like...
John Jones, you scared of?
John Jones, well, I'm not a woman. so I'm
I'll
less
give him a
scared.
line, he'll be fine.
Well,
but there's a gypsy part of me that thinks... I look at Anthony Joshua...
Tyson Fury had that.
But I look at Anthony Joshua and I think, I get the inside. And I know deep down that's stupid.
Just one good punch.
But there is a part of me that thinks I've got a puncher's chance because...
Oh no, I've got the same.
Yeah.
Fear no one, fight anyone.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
Scared of no man.
He's giggling because he's fucking scared of everyone, this pussy.
I'm scared of some people, yeah. I think that's a really sensible
It probably is, to be fair.
Like
people who are much harder than me, I will not fight them.
About fighting anyone.
Like, I'm
nice.
I'm scared of fighting professional fighters. What a pussy.
No,
if only Paul Smith had been a little bit more scared, he'd be able to remember his fucking kids' names.
Fat Rob texted me on
the only way,
Sunday,
the way I look at professional fighters, I think, well, you need rules. So I'd fuck you. In the real world,
I mean, that's just
stupid. Hold on,
they can also slam your head off concrete. Hold on,
while I put my gi on. Fuck off! I'll fucking glass you.
Like the smallest woman in the UFC would fucking kill you.
Slow, man.
What? I'm not fat and slow. I'm lightning over 5 yards.
Every fat cunt says that. Every fat cunt thinks they're fast over 5 yards. Every single one.
First thing in your head.
Last time I was on this pod, I talked about getting
they're all in your head.
And that was a this when I got in the ring with Lee Jones, and I was like, that's an eye opener.
Yeah.
Because in my head, as I was taping up my hands, I looked at somebody that was the WBU world champion like 4 years before, and thought, I've got a chance here.
Yeah, he was legit, like, real good.
He was good. He
can't speak cancer twice, but you think you've got a chance?
Yeah.
He hit me with an uppercut, and I heard white noise, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
This is...
He's not a man I'd fight.
So, hang on. So you're not scared of Ngannou?
If you were like Francis Ngannou was like, "Hey, you prick,
no, but
let's have a scrap."
I will get him with. The thing is, because I'm a gypsy, I think I will.
So you get in the ring with him?
I will get in the ring with anyone.
Oh, I'm not getting in the ring with him. Oh, don't be daft. I just told you, I'd
rather get in a bath with him than the ring.
I'll fight him on the street. I'm not fighting him in the ring.
Fight him on the street. That's
his words.
You know when
there's loads of things that could go wrong for him on the street.
I could have a sawn-off shotgun and I wouldn't fancy my chances.
Lads, you know when you play footy,
built different, Rob. I'm
you
built
know
different.
what they call it, white line fever, when you cross over the white line and you just become a cunt. That's what I'm like when I play footy.
It's not about how much of a cunt you are. He's an incredibly skillful fighter who punches harder than anyone recorded in history. It's not really about how angry you are.
I've headbutted a lamppost repeatedly.
Oh, well. Sorry if you were thick. I didn't realise you were bringing stupid to the table.
Listen. What camera am I looking at? Francis.
They're both facing the same way.
What camera am I looking at?
How thick can you be? They're both facing the same way.
I'm looking at both
there
of them.
There isn't an Ngannou alive who could beat me.
Listen.
There's no Francis Barr.
I've never heard the name Ngannou, right? I'm from the name Ward. It's a good fighting name. Paddy Jaws Ward.
Ngannou's a pretty good fighting name.
Ngannou. Never heard him. Listen, look at me. What camera am I looking at? Look, what camera am I looking at now?
They're both pointing in the same direction out there. Yeah.
Why are there two then? It should only be one.
Because they always
waste the money.
They often fuck one up.
Listen, it's a waste of money. Listen, Francis Ngannou, this goes out to ye.
I love this. Go on.
I've been watching your fights, and I'm not scared of any man.
Francis, I'd just like to say I've watched your fights and I'm quite scared.
Listen, I'm not scared of you. Right? Go back, and I tell you, I fight you in the outback. I fight you in Africa. I fight you in Europe. Doesn't matter.
You ginger. Before you say Africa and the outback, let's take that into account.
No, the outback is in Australia. There's a lot of gingers there.
It's very hot in the outback.
I fight you in Iceland. I fight you in
the prawn ring.
Listen, I fight you in Belfast.
Yeah, that's a good
place to
fight. Anywhere else? Fight in Francis Ngannou?
Anywhere you want.
I've been fighting
seven. Probably looking at bigger opponents, to be honest, though, as well. There is that.
Isn't Francis?
I don't know if you're next in line.
Oh my God!
I'm the Ngannou fight after he nearly beat the heavyweight champion of the world.
Listen,
he's fighting in a different sport that he doesn't do.
This has been a good pod, though, isn't it?
It's been sad. Yeah.
That wasn't convincing.
How many of your own cousins do you reckon you could fight? How many of your own cousins do you reckon you could fight?
My own cousin.
From your dad's side, not your mum's side.
He's thinking about doing a BKB for Channel 4.
I want to know which one.
I don't want to promote what I've got in the pipeline on this.
Hang on, built it on himself as well. That's perfect. Now Said fighting Ngannou again.
Listen, me, Francis Ngannou.
I've got a special out. I should have mentioned that earlier. I don't know if anyone's made it this far. Yeah, well, it's going to be out. Like by the time this is out, it'll be out. Yeah.
I thought you weren't having kids.
Fucking hell! You should have mentioned that ages ago.
I should have mentioned that at the start.
I spent 5 minutes trying to call out one of the best fighters on the planet.
So it's got Board Ready. It's on YouTube. It's dead funny. Give it a watch. Yeah.
When was that released?
As we're recording, it'll be the next week. 17th, I'm putting it out.
I'll say this now.
What about the other one? You took that one down now?
No, like
the Edinburgh one. You got two specials, too big to fail.
Specials.
Where'd you record
I've got 2.5 specials because I did one. I did a little mini one over lockdown.
Oh, right.
I call it 2.5. But
where did you record?
The Wardrobe at Leeds.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it looks dead cool. Like, it's good. Yeah.
I will say this.
I'm fucking sick of it though. I've been editing myself. I directed it. I'm
a big fan of Rob Mulholland. I think he's a very good comedian.
Thank you very much.
And
do the rest of the pod in Irish Traveller.
Listen, I'm a big fan of Rob Mulholland. He's a big man. He's a tall man. Well, how tall ye?
6'7".
That's a big man, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I tell him here now, watch this special. Which camera am I looking at?
Literally either of them.
There, all right. Listen, look at me. Watch his special now because he's a funny man. Yeah. Talks about COVID. He talks about.
I don't at all. There's literally no COVID joke. It's 2023. I'm not a fucking hack.
It talks about.
Jesus. I'd rather kill myself than talk about COVID in 2023. What? How
it talks about what do you talk about?
Like cum and that.
It talks about cum.
I don't know what I normally do.
Before
because
2020, cum didn't exist, and now it's existing because we're all coming on women's.
I've got a good story where I pretend to be disabled and I do the story
where he pretends to be disabled.
Yeah. Talk about trans people because I have to. It's the law, it's the law. So if you want to know which side of the fence I'm on that one, and I do have spastic fans.
No, spastic trans.
Oh right, no, just like regular ones. So yeah, there we go. A ringing endorsement.
What have you got to plug?
Just follow me on David Alfie Ward.
I want to talk about you.
I play at the comedy clubs. I don't have a special out.
I play the comedy clubs.
You know,
I play the clubs, baby.
Yeah. I've got a few things in the pipeline. I can't. In the pipeline, but you can't tell.
This pipeline. Backed up.
One of my best friends is a battle rapper.
One
of my best friends is a battle rapper.
Once this pipeline gets unclogged, he's going to have some.
Do you like battle rap? I'll get him on. I'll get Tony on.
And Tony's not just a battle rapper. He's for my money the greatest the UK has ever produced.
And I was at his house recently. We were drinking cans.
I wasn't a fan. I thought O'Shea beat him.
O'Shea didn't ever beat him.
That is an all-time classic. That is two people.
O'Shea didn't beat him.
Well, not on paper, but
I don't know if he did. I wish I had some incredible.
Do you want me to get Tony on the phone right now?
It's so good.
What?
It's an all-time classic, though. They're both amazing in it. It's like one of those where, it's just they're both fucking 10 out of 10 all the way through. It's one of the. If I was showing someone a battle to be like, do you want to know why battle rap's good? I'd show them that because they're both incredible.
I went to see Tony recently just for a couple of cans at his house, and I said, "What have you been up to, Tony?" He said, "Oh, I did this thing for kids that need guidance. Like kids, underprivileged kids. About we did a battle rap. Me and another battle rapper did a battle rap in terms of like Cockney rhyming slang." And I said, "Oh shit, was that any good?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'll just spit the bars right now." And he got his phone out and and I was like, "This is the greatest. Why are you not a millionaire?"
He's just casually the best, but he just doesn't put stuff out loads. He's only put a couple of songs out and stuff, but he's just so casually talented.
Has he gone over to America?
No,
he's been to Canada.
He's been over. He's battled over there and everything. He's genuinely fucking.
But he
incredible.
went to Canada and he wrote the battle on the day. Yeah. It's like
it's
he's so good, and he's just a guy that I go Spurs with.
Kinnell's our boy.
I'd fancy Tony versus Kinnell. I love Kinnell, but I think he'd tell you that Tony's fucking.
Kinnell admits himself.
I think Kinnell would be. Kinnell knows battle rap. You think he's well aware that one of the goats is going to fucking stomp him.
To pull some bars.
You don't realise how good Tony is. Tony, but then I go to his house and I just drink cans with him, and he's like, "Yeah, so I've been doing slow motion walking across my living room for my mental health," and I'm like, "This is one of the greatest battle rappers of all time." And
yeah, and no fucking money in it though, so so he has to slow mo walk around his house.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like there is either. Some of the stories Kinnell spoke about.
Yeah. I think it's a labour of love.
15 people in a car park.
Yeah.
Go on. Follow it. Sign up to the Patreon.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Get tickets for Dead Meat. These cunts will be there probably.
I'll be there. Probably. Where is it?
It's in Manchester, 27th of July next year. It's going to be fucking amazing, We've got big plans. We're it's going to be fucking sick.
What's the capacity?
1,000. We're aiming to we've got we're aiming for basically we're tiering it. So depending on how many we sell, we're trying to be sensible.
Yeah.
So the amount we sold at the moment, we're going to have 3 stages definitely. If we sell it all, we'll have I think 5 or 6 stages. It's going to be mad.
Where?
Loads of shit.
Just around Manchester.
So Didsbury Sports Ground. No, so it's a huge field. So it's got a building with an indoor venue.
Yeah.
There's a little outbuildings where we'll have little stuff, and then a huge field. We're gonna have marquees out there. We're gonna have a proper festival vibe.
Who's bankmolling that?
We are. We're doing this shit. We're selling tickets. We're selling the tickets. We're using the ticket money to pay for it. We're gonna make fuck all out of it because we're spending everything because we want it to be amazing. But we're just fucking going.
Freddie's on legacy vibes because he knows he's on his last leg.
This is it. We've got to have something where we can hold his memorial every year.
Yeah.
It's going to be next year. Will be the Freddie Quinn Memorial Dead Meat.
It's basically a wake. It's an early wake.
Yeah.
We need to trick him to get back on here.
Oh, his plan is to get back on it on that day.
No, he said back on here.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Yeah, but to be fair though, every time to be fair to him, every time he's been on, spent the first 40 minutes calling him a nonce. And like literally, I think the last time
he said he doesn't want to come back.
The last time it was funny. It was 37 minutes. I've called for 37 minutes straight. I just call him a fat fucking nonce.
Yeah.
And like, yeah,
it's all I do every week.
And he's just there, but he's just like looking at us, we were just loving it.
Yeah, he's
speechless.
He's the funnest man to bully. He just really is. I never get tired of it.
Oh. Right, press the button, Ross. Come on.
Come on. Set up.
Set up.